I should have pressed record earlier because you just explained what gaslighting is, and I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I knew what it was. I didn't know the
Origin?
where it came
Movie?
from though. Yeah, the origin.
Yeah, I looked into it. I mean, that's what I got on the internet. So
Right.
the internet's
And
what
the
told
internet's
me
never wrong.
That's right. The internet's never wrong.
Never.
Except when it comes to the Monster Hunter Wiki. That's wrong.
Yeah, no shit.
That one's bullshit. Fuck, guys. It's actually been a minute, a little bit.
Yeah.
Nobody out there's gonna know, but yeah, what are we delayed 2 days? That's all for us. But it feels like longer.
It does feel like longer. Yeah, I think because we've been doing them more often.
Probably.
That when we actually took a week, it's like, dang.
Yeah. Wow. There was actually a week in between the episodes.
Yeah.
Where we didn't have to change shirts. Oh man. Yeah. What's been going on, man? I've just been working my ass off.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had to go in early because there was an 8 a.m. job in Northlake that I had to get to at 8 a.m.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, my boss was like, would you be able to make that if we give you like drive time? And I was like, if you give me drive time, bro, I'll go anywhere. Like,
right?
Like,
I'll go to LA.
Yeah, don't make me drive for free. Like that's the thing that pisses me off. It's like, oh, you have to be over here at 8 o'clock. And it's like, dude, that's 40 minutes away. You're not gonna pay me for that 40 minutes? It's bullshit. I'm technically in my office, in my van. I'm working. Are you telling me that if I freaking get hit by a car on the way to work, is none of that going to count like towards workman's comp or like the company's responsibility? Like, I don't know. Is there a fine line here? Like, that's what I'm always concerned about. I'm like, are you guys going to fucking tell me it's my fault because I was driving before I clocked in? So I don't know. It's always sketch with that kind of shit. But yeah, so I left at 6:30 to get to Northlake at 8 o'clock, which means I had to wake up at 5 just because I like to, get ready early. But like, of course, out of all the days where I need to go to sleep early, I couldn't fall asleep early. Which usually I can fall asleep at any time. Like put on a movie, I'll sit down on the couch and I'm just out. I'm just like, boop, done. But this time, like, and I think my wife Jessie forgot because she's like, do you want to make some quesadillas and stuff? Because I didn't like eat. I was just like, yeah, I guess, and like 9's rolling around, we're eating our dinner at 9 o'clock. And as we're eating, she's like, I just remembered you said you have to go in early tomorrow. I'm like, yep. I'm like, that's okay. At least, I ate some food, whatever. And I didn't want to like sleep with them in the bed because I didn't want to wake them up with my alarm early in the morning.
Yeah.
And Jesse's like, well, you wake us up anyway. I'm like, no, like I'm quiet as a mouse. I'm not like Jesse's like a fucking, like a transformer hiding in someone's backyard. You know what I mean? Just like breaking things and like, what the fuck is going on? Like I still like force myself to stay asleep when like she's making hella noise because I'm like, dude, come on. Like my dad's the same way. He just like fucking rolls through the living room. Doesn't give a fuck if he wakes anyone up. But like, yeah, me, I'm quiet as a fucking mouse. Like my alarm woke. Yeah. So I didn't fall asleep when I wanted to. In fact, I fell asleep at 1:30 in the morning.
Oh.
So I only got like 3.5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Fucking wake up and I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Get ready. Fucking, I go to the office just to grab like a couple pieces of extra equipment just because I'm like, if I'm in Northlake and I need fucking equipment, no one's gonna get to me in time, and I don't want to fucking wait at a job when I can be knocking on more jobs. So grab that. I saw Joe there, German. Like he shows up there at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Joe.
Yeah, or my coworker over down here in Garnerville.
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci. and he was like, "What? I'm early. I'm early. Like how? Like a clown?" But yeah, I saw him there, and I was like, "What are you doing here so early?" He's like, "Oh, I always show up here early in the morning," and I'm like, "To get your head right." Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah." And in my back of my mind, I'm like, man, he hates his family, I guess. Like,
yeah, no, I don't know. I won't lie. I'm all for being early and stuff like that too. Like 10 minutes, maybe 20, just for the sake of traffic. And,
that's pushing it. Yeah, 20 minutes is pushing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you didn't get your coffee, so I stop at a 7-Eleven and I get my coffee. I've done that shit, but like a full fucking hour, hell no, dude.
I've never understood that. Like, it's always German, Brian, and I that show up like borderline on time. Or sometimes a couple minutes later, we're like, fuck, but like, it's always us three that are like borderline on time. Earliest we've been is like 5-10 minutes, but everyone else is always there like super fucking early. They're parked very close to the warehouse so they can do all their shit. Like they do their totes way before we get there.
No. Okay, here's the thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that one, like, yeah, I do time it. I'm sorry, I don't like to work for free. I do and I don't. That's just the weird thing. I answered my work phone. I'm off today. And I answered simple stuff, answering a quick email, or I was like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were off. Hey, no big deal. Yeah, I was. I asked him for this day off. Oh. And, so, simple things like, hey, like, I'm sorry, man. Like, well, by any chance, do you remember? Yeah, I remember. Man, I got no beefs doing that. But like physical, like shit where like they do their totes, clean their vans. I'm like, I'm not doing that off the clock. Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, no.
Hell no. Especially like said you pull your back doing that, they can literally say, hey man, you're off the clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why are we doing off the clock?
Yeah, answering an email, like I don't what am I gonna do? Spray my fucking thumb or something? I don't care, But yeah, physical work, no. Like I said, like when I know bite your tongue, right? But like show
my eyes, the phone's too bright.
But there's times where like if it's something official, like, some big doctor's appointment or some bullshit, like I had like some town I've never been to and I got to go there to do some crazy, exam for whatever. I'm going to be there an hour early because I don't know this town. So I'm going to make sure I'm there.
Right.
And I got the right building and I found parking and I paid for parking and, in case I got to go to the bathroom, like I'm ready. But yeah. I don't know how those guys show up so early and work off the clock. That's not me. No, thank you.
Yeah. And I wonder if, cause it's like, I don't want to pull out the stereotype of like the husband who hates being home, but I kind of got that vibe from Joe when he's just like, yeah, I just like to get here early, and just sit here. And I'm like what? Like he doesn't even go in the office. He was just in his van,
Wow.
It's kind of like that stereotype of literally like the husband who on his way home does a lap around the block just so he doesn't murder his family, I guess. Like what, like, I don't get that. Like, I hardly get to see them as it is sometimes. And I'm like, no, I want to get home. And I get excited also when I get home first. And then I'm waiting for Jesse to get home. And I get, I'm like, cool, my wife's home. And, I get to fucking hang out with her now.
Yeah.
Like I'm never like dread that they're coming home or anything like that. I'm always like, oh, cool. Now I'm not by myself, Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's what it was with him, but that was strange. 1 whole hour early doing nothing.
I mean, hey, if it's always like that is different. Maybe he just had a weird night like you, just couldn't sleep. It's like, fuck, you might as well go into the work, the office,
Yeah.
Because I've definitely done that once or twice before. Not this job, but where I was like, I just couldn't sleep. So I'm like, well, I might as well just fucking get ready for work. 5 a.m., but I mean, I'm not sleeping anytime soon. So
yeah, but to go to the office that early?
Yeah, it depends. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if they got coffee and like snacks and shit, fuck, I'll go to the office. If they had the big old screen TV, yeah, why not? Like when we worked at Harris, Chris, the break room, there was times where like, I'll just go to the break room.
Shit, bro. When I worked at the movie theater, plug in my PS4 to the digital projector.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It was awesome. Just chilling.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like I said, there's times where like I can see it, but like I mean, sometimes you do question like do not want to be home,
Yeah, I gotta tell you though, it's kind of weird playing a game on a screen that big.
Yeah.
It really feels unnatural. Like there's a big disconnect. It's just like, does it even feel like I'm playing? Like I am playing, but everything feels off. I don't know.
It doesn't feel personal almost. No, I get you. When I was younger, I would always dream about like, oh my God, to play on the screen that big. And with my buddy, same thing. We're like, dude, that'd be so cool. And blah, blah, blah. Because we heard about people doing party nights like that too, like they're like, yeah, man, we just fucking play Smash Brothers on the, whatever, we're like, fuck yeah, that'd be sick as fuck, right? And now I'm also like, yeah, maybe Smash Brothers like a party game, but like a first player, a single player game. Yeah, you're like, nah, I'm just gonna go home and play on my TV, dude.
Yeah, and oddly enough, the game that I would bring to play would be Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. Sometimes, it doesn't feel right, Yeah, I don't know. I've changed so much compared to what I used to be when I was in high school. I was all about, bigger, better, bass, and this and that. And now I'm like, I just listen to fucking radio in my car, dude. I don't even fucking have a CD player in there. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on a fucking stereo system. No thanks. I'll just keep that in my bank.
You're just gonna buy multiple consoles and not.
Yeah, that's different. That's collecting. That's collecting. That's different. I can still resell them right now.
Do it.
Resell them.
I dare you.
No, I could. I'm not saying I am.
Sure. That's what addicts say. Anytime I want, I could sell them.
I could.
Anytime.
Anytime. What about you guys?
My week's been pretty chill. I did a lot of editing, a lot of clips and stuff, trying to get caught up on all that. Completely absorbed myself in the game.
Oh, cool.
And absolutely loved it. I just keeps getting better and better. Even with it getting more challenging. I'm still loving it so much. So
I'm glad you like
it.
Good.
So that's been my week. German.
Mine was I guess I didn't mention it, but mine was same. I've been playing this game. I did upload a quick video to the Dropbox, Chris, on the next big boss fight we have here for my little strat on how to beat him. That worked out.
Which one? The first boss that we on this checkpoint?
Yeah, the first boss on this checkpoint. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because I remember. Yeah, I was like, I won't lie. Yeah, we'll get to when we get there. But yeah, I told you, Noise. I was like, I struggled a bit, but then I found a nice little strategy that just worked out beautifully for me. So actually, we haven't done this in a long time. A quick little, what do you want to call it? Rebuttal or the correction from last week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was just kind of watching this guy's gameplay here. Trying to freshen up the memory here. And no, there's a completely different cutscene if you kill Python lethally versus non-lethal. Yeah.
So you don't get him if you kill him for sure, right?
For sure you don't get him. I thought that you still got that cutscene of him like, come on, let's go, and then just didn't have him in your crew. No, it's a completely different cutscene. You want me to tell you what it is, I guess? I might as well, right?
Can you play it for us, maybe? No, just tell us, actually. I was going to say, can you play it? But we can watch it later.
I could. I absolutely could. But yeah, no, so it's pretty much, I think the speech changes a little bit. Actually, changes a lot because instead of Snake grabbing the escaping, what do you call it? CO2? What was it? The nitrogen, right? Instead of that scene playing out, Python keeps talking about Gene and he's telling Snake, like, you can't beat him. Kind of a, like a.
There's no way you can beat him. Never.
Yeah. Well, he's telling, he's like Gene, no.
I implore you to reconsider.
No, we got an hour and a half. He goes, he's like, yeah, man, Gene's he's a leagues above everyone else, blah, 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 this and this and this. And he goes, goodbye, comrade, or some shit like that. Okay. Or farewell, friend. And then he blows the fuck up like a microbomb or something. Yeah, he just blows and Snake's like, Python, blows up. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. Again, and in all the times I've played this game, I've never killed him lethally, so I didn't even know there was an alternate fucking cutscene there.
That's pretty crazy. The detail again.
Yeah,
Kojima's team, because this isn't necessarily Kojima. Kojima was responsible for the story and the game design, I think. Or the planning, I forget. It's somewhere in the credits, but actually I have it right in front of me. But yeah, like his team knows how to just pay attention to those kind of things. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it reminds me of the fight with the N. How there's like 4 different ways to kill him. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and they actually work out. Like it's not like you can kill him on the pier and then he's still at the fucking in the forest. No, you kill him on the pier, he's gone, dude. So yeah. It's cool. Like I said, attention to details.
Or they would have just not even let you get a shot off.
Yeah, no, actually, if I remember correctly, if you do shoot him in the pier but don't kill him, let's say you just hit him a few times. I believe when you fight him in the forest, he's hurt. Like he's had some damage on him.
He has that same damage.
Yeah, I believe so. So yeah, that's the detail there. Like, oh, you actually did hit him a few times, so we'll let that carry over,
Yeah, but most games for sure they wouldn't even let you. Like it would. Yeah. He would just be invincible or something. Like he wouldn't have a hitbox or something.
Exactly.
But yeah, just when I first figured that out at the end, I was like, no way. Like, is that fucking for real? Like, I hit him. I got to, I obviously didn't kill him the first time, but I was like, he took damage. Yeah. And then when I saw him next, I was like, he still has that damage. Like, holy shit. Mm. It's kind of like Breath of the Wild, right? So if he goes straight for Ganon, he has full life bar, right? If you manage to get to him without doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you do the
4 beasts or whatever.
Yeah, what are they called? You're right. It's
divine
beasts.
Divine beasts.
Yeah.
So if you do any of the divine beasts, right? So if you do one of them, you'll take out 1/8 of his health. If you take out 2, you take out 1/4 of his health, and so on and so forth. And right, so if you do all 4, you take out half of his fucking health at that first battle, which is crazy because you wouldn't think it
would work or it would let you do that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
well,
I only figured that out because I only did 3 divine beasts. I didn't do the Death Mountain one because for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to get up there. I don't know why. I just had a hard time getting up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get into Hyrule Castle. And Jesse was watching me. And fucking, I'm going. And I figured at some point it's going to be like, it's going to, like an invisible wall. Like when you go out too far in Gerudo Valley back in 64. and it's just like, and it just puts you back at the beginning of the desert or something like that. I thought it was going to do that to me when I got to a certain part of Hyrule Castle. I thought it was just going to go and then bring me back to the beginning of the Hyrule Castle. But I was like, babe, I'm still going. Like they haven't stopped me, and I'm just fucking, plowing my way through, fucking John Wicking my ass to this goddamn castle, and nothing is stopping me. And I was like, holy shit! And I get to that first room, which if you did all the divine beasts, there's nothing in there. It's just like a spiral staircase or something. And then the floor breaks down, and then you go down and fight Ganon. But in that room, the final Ganon Phantom showed up there. The Fire Blight Ganon showed up for me, and I was like,
really?
"What the fuck?" And so I fought him there. And then once I beat him, the floor caved in, and then I fought Ganon. So yeah. So have you ever done it without doing all the divine beasts?
No.
It's so fucking rad. Like I used to like just speedrun it. I was just as soon as I got off of that fucking Great Plateau, straight for Ganon's castle. If you make it all the way to that room, like I said, you fight all 4 of the blights, all of those phantoms in that one room, and it's insanely hard when you have nothing.
Oh,
it's
sure,
so tough.
Yeah, 100%.
But I've done it and it's fun. So if you want a challenge, start a new file, do that shit. It's hella fun.
Okay.
But yeah, crazy that they added that kind of detail. It's awesome.
So so Python was the last, but we all did non-lethal, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Chris is over here listening to it. He's like, no, I killed him. Like, then why the hell did you say shit?
Yeah. Well, no, he told us last time that he did non-lethal.
I've done non-lethal on all the bosses so far.
Yeah. I just wanted to confirm because
Okay, yeah.
when he said, because last time we had the whole like null thing and then something else that he had mentioned, you were like, dude, I thought you were joking. He was like, no, I said it.
Oh, because I said your name was null or something like that.
Yeah. But there was something else. There was something else that I said, yeah, no one notices. And you're like, I noticed it. And we're like, what the fuck? What was it? You don't remember to go back?
What it was.
Yeah, when you go listen to when you edit them or whatever. We'll
in this last couple episodes?
It was the one before this one, I believe.
Really? Shit. I don't. Okay. I was sure I already edited that. Yeah, it should be uploaded. I guess I didn't pay attention when I did it. But whenever I listen to it again.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So, we left off on Python, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and that was just the last cutscene, right? Just us being bros and be like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's as far as I take it. So yeah, no. After that, so here's the part that I had to reload it to go see this part. So after this, there's a lot of little filler. But always, guys, remember, sorry, we're not saying fucking verbatim what goes on in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, this isn't the escape movies where German will absolutely go through every detail.
Dude, well, that was a full movie, and it's an hour and 30 minutes. In this game, you could spend an hour and 30 minutes on one little section. So
what's funny is you even said like, "Sorry guys, I'm not gonna recite the entire movie," but we like went through every single detail, anyways.
Yeah,
but it was great.
I know
it was great. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I liked it again. I mean, I had fun with those movies. Again, I like the first one better. So, anyways, you're like, it's the whole bullshit of like, we got to find Metal Gear, we need more information. There's a lot of like, we don't have enough information. Just wait until our spies get more info. And then you just kind of wait until your spies report back, But
Speaking
anyways,
of that,
the next,
you know how we only really spoke to Paramedic and Sigint in those first few missions?
Yeah.
Did you know you can go back and radio them again?
Now, I thought I remembered, but I haven't gone back to do that.
I didn't do it myself, but I accidentally, but I went into the comms map, and I was just fucking around, and I saw the red square thing again there, and I was like, huh, and I didn't think anything of it, and I just aborted the mission after I grabbed everyone that I wanted. But that tells me that you can go in there and communicate with them again.
So this leads me to the what do you call it? The trailer we saw that clearly showed Paramedic.
Oh, maybe that's how you get them.
It's got to be some kind of. Again, I haven't done it as of right now, but
because I don't even have Campbell.
Oh, as a
or
character?
Major Tom. Remember all of them were on the trailer.
Yeah, we saw Tom too in the trailer. Yeah. Oh, we saw Campbell in the trailer too, like as playable? Or no, I think it was Tony Campbell as in his model.
No, well, yeah, but he was shooting a gun. Remember, because I told Chris, I was like, "Hey, who's that blonde guy?"
Oh yeah,
maybe then
he was shooting a gun. Damn it, I almost said paranormal. Paramedic. Yeah, she's walking around a map. I didn't see Sigint walking around a map, but you did.
I don't know if we did or didn't, but
sorry, not Tom. Zero, Major Zero.
Zero.
But yeah, we gotta. I mean, I don't know how to get them, but after the next episode, at the next episode, I'll mention something else that I mentioned to German.
Okay. So anyways, so there's like a lot of like, oh, we gotta, wait for reports, blah, 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 So that's when you're supposed to go get more soldiers, get more supplies, shit like that. But the next big one was like,
I want to say they even say like, why don't you go get more soldiers while we're at?
He'll straight up tell you that kind of shit. What's funny is like when you do have a lot of spies, and they'll be like, yeah, we need more information before we can do anything. And immediately it's like, your spies have got more information, and you go, and it's the same mission. It was, and that's because we're doing good. If this was, I guess it is our first playthrough for Chris for sure.
Well, you also only
and
need
even he was doing that good
in each map. That's all you need.
That's true. The only need the ones that say surveyor are just to get more detailed information on as to where items are located.
And I at this point completely stopped getting extra stuff. They're like, hey, there's this weapon at this map.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't. I'm literally snake eatering my ass through where I'm doing it with the bare minimum. Like, I don't need any fucking weapons. Like, I've played these games. Same. I'm going to CQC everybody.
Yeah. But no. So the next one was you got to go to the airport, right? Because there's the government official that helped Gene steal Metal Gear is there for whatever reasons, right? I don't know why he's here, but so we got to go get him. So I went there, and it's funny because Campbell's like, yeah, just interrogate him and get the information. And he calls you right back, and he goes, you do know how to interrogate, right? And I was like, just laughing. He's like, he could have said it in that first codec, but no, he ends the call, calls you right back immediately to remind you how to fucking interrogate someone,
but
right?
It's so crazy that they mentioned that tutorial shows up this late in the game.
No shit.
Yeah.
No, exact tutorial because
let me look at the manual because I feel like that's something in there.
Yeah, no, for sure. But so you go to the airport, right? And there's a bunch of dudes, and you get up to the official guy. Now I interrogated him my first time because I was like, oh, okay, and you get the info from him, and then that's it, end mission. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I wonder if I can recruit this guy because I don't remember if I did it my first time or not. Mm-hmm. So I reloaded my fucking file and I go all the way back up there, and I actually recruited him, and guess what? He sucks. Did you guys recruit him?
Wait, recruit who?
No, the official, government official, the guy in the black suit, the Men in Black guy.
Shit, I think I did. I think I did, right? Because you grab him, you interrogate him,
and that's what ends the mission. That's why I was kind of mad. That's why I reloaded it because I'm like, oh, it didn't even give me the chance to fucking recruit him.
Well, how do you? No, wait. How do you recruit him? I'm confused now.
Take him all the way back to the van or to the box.
But you can't because the cutscene stops. Or the cutscene takes you out of the mission.
No, there's no cutscene for him. You literally just grab him.
About instead of actually like interrogating him, so instead of pressing L, you just knock him out or guard him. Take him down and capture him.
Yeah, exactly. So now, and the reason why I did that was because and so again, by the way, I did notice because I did do playing around a little bit. The soldiers do change based on either 100% R&D or just based on when you push the fucking start mission. I don't really know some internal clock, but it does change because I did a mission, captured the very first soldier that. Oh no, it was a fucking a doctor, and then and her skills were okay. They were decent skills. I was like, oh cool, I'll definitely keep her, right? Mm-hmm. Something happened, and then because I've been trying to figure out how to do that glitch where I use the box, but then like I go back into the box and I can literally recruit people without losing my forward progress, if you will, right? And so I've told you that last time I said that there's some kind of glitch I get every now and then.
Oh yeah.
And I recruit them with that soldier, and then I go right back to that soldier, and I didn't lose my position, and I recruited those soldiers. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I was trying to do that, so I was doing save states just so I can keep practicing it over and over again. I fucked up, and I loaded a save state that the doctor one, right? And I was like, shit. So I was like, okay, I'll go get her again. I literally went and got her back, and her stats were different. So they were worse. So there's something going on there. So anyways, my dude was crappy. He had C's across the board. Mm-hmm. I think he didn't even have anything useful. I think he was just like I think he just said gambler or something dumb. I was like, he's useless.
What the fuck is gambler?
Oh, gambler does. If you use him in spy unit, there's a chance he can deal more damage, and there's also a chance he can take more damage. Yeah.
Sneaking unit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sneaking. Yeah. That's the spy sneaking. Yeah.
I put the manual in the Discord for all you listeners. Okay. It's there. It's not illegal, all right. I got it from an Internet Archive, all right. It's there.
Hey man, you own it and you scanned it yourself.
No, then that is illegal because then I just shared it with everybody.
Oh, shared it?
Yeah.
Well, that's a download just to view. When I said the same thing.
I don't know. It's not illegal. Whatever. Who gives
whatever.
A shit? It's there for you guys. You're welcome.
But
yeah, it tells you about interrogating, right? Like right there.
That does it.
In plain English, hold L.
Okay. But it is a little different. Like I said, the guy, he sucked. He was useless to me. So I was kind of bummed out because there was another section. Now my timelines are getting confused now, but there was a section where you were supposed to get info, I think, on something. And I fucking took all the fucking guards. I captured all of them. And I was thinking that's going to trigger like, oh, okay, we got the intel we need, man. No, Campbell just kept saying, keep finding someone to interrogate. I'm like, I fucking captured everyone, you asshole. Like, there's no one left.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, oh, you fucking idiots. I had to abort that mission. And I was like, well, that was stupid. But it's weird. So like I said, for the politician, if you capture him, it counts as getting the intel you need. But for another mission, which I don't recall off the top of my head right now, capturing everyone on that base did not count as interrogating anybody. So I thought it was dumb.
Yeah, I mean, you got him. It might as, play the cutscene or something after you put him in the truck or something.
Yeah, I know. But, or again, even explain like, okay, yeah, that last card you got spilled the beans. We now know where the silo is or whatever,
Yeah.
But yeah, so pretty much that's what you're looking for is like, where's Metal Gear being held and shit like that, right? So again, there's a lot of little in between missions, and unfortunately, they're just get intel or reports say this, reports say that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, because they're telling you to go grab guys just because they need the clock to go by, right? That's another
absolutely.
benefit of what I kept telling you guys. I was like, just make the clock go by, and that'll also force your spies to give you intel or what the fuck they're doing.
Mm-hmm. But so the next big thing that happens here is going to be in the silo. You fight our next boss here.
Yes,
Chris.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris.
We fight Noel.
Yep.
What did you think of Noel?
It took me a bit to figure him out, but I eventually did, and I like him. He was pretty easy to cheese for me, actually.
Really? How did you cheese him? What did you do?
So I would just go a little ways away.
Mm-hmm.
That whole like square where you fight him, I would just run around basically that outside part. Well, not the whole outside, but like I'd make a little perimeter and I would just run to one corner, wait for him to appear on the other side, and he would start shooting me, and most of his shots would miss because they're not very accurate. And as soon as he reloads, I would pop up, bang, hit him with my M22, and then go to the next corner. And
so like around the building that's in the where you spawn the fight, I guess, where you trigger the fight.
Yeah, well, there's like 3 buildings there. So part of it I went between those buildings.
Okay.
And I would go like down the little like aisle thing where the stairs are and everything, the ramp, and then go down to the other end, and then just keep going around.
Damn.
And just kept circling. And
it's been nice playing on easy.
I was going to say, God damn you, Chris. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, but when you said they're not very accurate, motherfucker, he hits me with every fucking shot, dude. Like,
geez, yeah.
Especially, Jim and I were talking about this off pod, but when you run away, he hits you with fucking almost every single bullet, dude. At least on normal.
Yeah. So I totally tried. So I didn't want to cut you off there, Chris. But yeah, you cheesed him pretty easily. So, but you liked him overall, right? You thought he was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. Cool. Well, let's see how that goes. But no. So I'll talk about Noel in a minute here. So my experience was I tried doing the Python hack, which was just strafe him. And no, I mean, I'm saying, I'm like, oh shit, shit. Yeah. I mean, I was like, okay, that's not working. I tried multiple times, wasn't working. I didn't bring a lot of meds or rations. I don't have any. So I was like, all right, fuck, well, I got to figure out how to do this motherfucker, right? Yeah. So I tried over and over again, trying to find cheese for this guy until eventually I did.
Where's your cheese?
That you did. Yeah, I know. The same cheese you did, more or less. I literally would walk down the end of the wall, and he comes after me, and he's I counted it too. It's like 7 shots, and he stops. And then you can literally poke out and shoot him. If he puts his hands down, you can shoot him. If they're still up, like kind of like a punch out thing. If they're still up, don't shoot him because he'll block it. Which he's blocking it with the machete, which by the way, which is kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
Definitely gave me some vibes from MGS2 and shit. But anyways, he's fucking
only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
Yeah, the machete's weird, but I get it. Fine, they went machete, but instead of a sword. But anyway, so that's what I did, right? Eventually, that's what my cheese was, just that, and then every third set of 7 is a full reloads, and I just literally walk out there and shoot them. So that's how I cheesed them after a while. Noise, how did you fare with him? You said you fucking hated him, right?
I had a hard ass time. I am a robot. Was in there witnessing this fight. I was like, he always knows where I am, which is broken, by the way, broken as fuck. No matter how far away you run away from him, he knows exactly where you are. He'll stop right where you are, and then he'll just fucking shoot at that spot until, as if you stay out of his sight long enough, he'll somehow lose you. He doesn't suspect that you all of a sudden are not behind that wall or whatever. And he goes,
he has no object permanence.
and he says some shit like, you better not make a sound.
Yep.
Yeah, or other things like, I'll find you or something like that. So I thought this was like maybe like this game's version of a sniper fight where I had to get far enough away from him, lose him, and snipe him from a distance. And I had the gun.
Which is interesting because there is a sniper. Isn't there a sniper on the roof?
Yeah, an SVD on the roof.
Oh, yeah, that too.
But I already had the Moss and I even told Chris, I was like, go get the Moss or otherwise you're going to have a hard time. But
Chris was like, nope.
It turns out, I mean, I did it the hard way. I did it with the Moss and that's how I fucking ended up beating him. Actually, I'll mention this with the next after that. But go ahead, German. But that's how I beat him is with the Moss and it was a goddamn pain. It's broken as fuck that he knows exactly where you are.
So he does okay, I believe I have two things to add to this fight real quick. So
and by the way, first of all, if you're calling an event, he'll never leave.
Oh yeah, he runs. I tried that too. Yeah,
he'll never leave, and he'll never stay he'll never lose you ever. He'll just stay at the closest entrance that you're at, and he'll just keep shooting. He won't lose you.
Really?
Which is interesting.
Because I was going to use that to my advantage. I was going to just shoot him from the vent, and he went and hid behind a crate.
Yeah. Well, that's what Lisa's saying. Like he won't come out until you come out.
Yeah.
But that's what I was going to say. I thought after I struggled for a minute, I said, "Fuck, I can't beat this guy." And like Luis was saying, he was like, I couldn't lose him either. I would lose him every now and then. I wasn't really sure how I was doing it, but because I did at one point, I was literally like losing him, so I can get on the roof, shoot him. There you are, and then I'd go fucking hide in the like the little tunnel in the and he'd lose me again. And I was like, this is taking too long. Again, no fucking rations. So I'm like, dude, I can't. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, the first time this took me a couple of tries. The first time I didn't go in there with any rations and no fucking meds. The time I beat him, I went in there with meds but no rations. The fight got down to like
the wire,
like pixel stamina.
Yeah.
And I was telling I'm a robot, I was like, I don't want to do this fight all over again. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I have no fucking rations. There's no rations on the map. Nope. And yeah, I got that final shot and I was like, holy shit.
Yep.
And I tried me and I'm a robot just like, okay, we're going to bed. Bye.
Celebrate. No.
We didn't even celebrate. We're like, okay, good night.
So no, I definitely, it's like you struggled a lot. And like you said, I would run fucking far away from this, hide in underneath the truck, and he still knows where the fuck you're at, right? So, anyways, what I was gonna add to this was two things. I was recently just kind of replaying so I can upload that battle, right? When I was clipping it, and I realized kind of again I haven't perfected it because I didn't really try too hard, but I was fucking around with them because like you're right, there was a time where I was like on the second floor, in between those two buildings Chris is talking about there, where the battle starts. And I already ditched him earlier from over where the van was or whatever. And I ran up there and he was shooting at the wall that I was hiding behind. Da, 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 da. And he's walking towards me. Da, 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 da. And I was like, dude, like you said, I was like, how the fuck does he know I'm here? And then he just stopped. He goes, I'll find you. I was like, he lost me? I was like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Right? So I was like, okay, whatever game, So anyway, so when I was, uploading that video and just fucking around with them, playing with the AI to see what I can get away with, I think I figured out how you're supposed to lose him. You're supposed to run. So for whatever reasons, he won't go into the tunnels. He'll chase you in the tunnel, but if you exit the tunnel, he won't exit the tunnel from the box side, if you will, from the truck side.
I was going to say, in one direction, he'll go all the way through the tunnel. In the other direction, he won't. He'll jump up on the buildings.
Yep, exactly. So that's what I was using to ditch him.
Me too.
So even without that, I actually didn't use the tunnels at one point. I ran around the building to like the far side. And when so what I've noticed is if you got to pay attention to your radar because you see the little spikes, right?
You see where he's at, yeah.
When you see those spikes, when he's far enough where his spikes, at least from what my testing does, when his spikes aren't overlapping onto my inner circle, that's when I hold triangle, the stock button, and I start walking away slowly. He will get closer to you, but because he says don't make a sound, that's when he loses you. Because I was literally hiding behind a box, right? When I literally stopped making a sound. Because I'm gonna test this because he had to go all the way around, right? Because he was not gonna cut through the tunnel. So he went so far that his spikes got far from my inner circle. I hid behind a box and I held triangle, and his spikes started getting closer and bigger and bigger and bigger. And they get super close to me. And I said, nope, he found me. Sure enough, he gets close to where I'm at, and he goes, you better not make a sound. It's like, oh, I guess we kept running to, just get far enough and stop making noise is all you got to do.
Yeah.
But I was going to
that out too, but even,
okay, it's still kind of,
yeah, I mean, because you can still stalk, and that counts as not making a sound. He still knew where the fuck I was. So are you saying stand still and press triangle?
Well, I mean, that kind of worked for me. I don't think that's accurate. I'm just saying there's a chance that you were still making sound before you held triangle when the spikes were still in your...
Yeah, because I tried my hardest, like, okay, get as far away as I can, and then start holding triangle and start stalking away. Because I was like, this is the only way. And sometimes it felt like that was working, but it was almost like, I know exactly where you are again. And I was like, dude, what the fuck?
You know what? And I think he's playing a trick that I would do. Again, I'll do some more testing. But I think he was doing a straight up bullshit a trick that I used to use when we'd play hide and seek. When you just randomly say, "Oh, I see you," and then someone will jump out of the bush or something like that, and I was bluffing.
You fucking bluffed.
I was like, yeah. So, because I'll do this because I got what you said, Luis. There's times where I'm like, I lost them, and there's times where like, did I lose them? But I wasn't sure. And there's times where he does get lucky. He turns the corner before his AI says, "You lost them," and then he's like, "Oh, there you are." I'm like, "Fuck," But I'll do some more testing. But I think he bluffs because there was one time where I swear to God, he was running right at that box. He started shooting at that box, and I was about to start running, and I said, no. I stood my ground, and I'll find you, and he just jumps on the roof. I said, this motherfucker's bluffing. He pulled my fucking I see you trick,
Yeah.
He was just thinking I was there. But which leads me to the last two points I want to touch on this fight real quick was, see, when I saw those vents, all the vents in this area have alternate exits.
Yes.
So I thought you were supposed to use them. You're like, oh, go in one hole. He thinks you're there. You come out the other. Nope. That motherfucker knows. He knows. It's bullshit.
He'll jump over to the one you're heading to.
Yeah, dude. It was bullshit when I was trying to cheese them until I found my cheese that I was so fucking easy. Again, I never aborted or did nothing. So I literally fought him like kind of like you said to the wire. But like I didn't even there was no reason for me to abort because I had some life meds, but no rations. So I'm like, it's still pointless to abort because, I'm like, I even if I bring life medicine with me, I mean, I guess I could abort, go to a mission, get rations, but like, no, I'm not doing that. And I have my reasons for that. But anyways, so yeah, no fight.
I want to mention something that I forgot to mention last episode. Because you're talking about holding triangle, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess not that I forgot about last episode. I just forgot that I had enabled this. So remember I said the toggle and the hold?
Mm-hmm.
And how sometimes I switch between them depending on what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I forgot that I had turned this on. So that entire last checkpoint up to God damn it, I almost said Venom again. What is his name?
No,
the one before
Python.
Not even close, dude. Why? It's been more than a week, and I still want to call him Venom.
I mean, pythons have venom, so maybe no, they don't. Actually,
what is it? Not all snakes. Not all snakes are venomous.
Snakes, yeah.
No, I was saying not all something. Not all of them are snakes or some bullshit.
I don't fucking know.
I fucked that up. Anyway, yeah, I forgot that I had turned this on because I'm on an emulator, and I remembered this because I'm a Robot who was chilling in the stream. Didn't know that on an emulator you can map the right stick to the D-pad. Right? And that's what we all did. Well, at least that's German. German's playing Claw. But Chris, you did that, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm a Robot. He was just like, you just blew my mind. And I'm like, great, awesome. Like, I'm glad I taught you something. And, I was like, hey, man, I've been emulating since like 2001. So if you ever need help with fucking emulating, and all you listeners out there too, if you need any emulation advice, hit us up on the Discord. It's absolutely free. You can just type in something like, how do I do this on whatever? Because I just kind of realized this is our first game where we actually had to emulate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was part of like Master Collection, even the digital graphics novel.
No, Ghost Babel.
I was about to say Ghost Babel is the only other one that we had to emulate. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about emulation, hit us up. We between all three of us, I'm sure we know enough. And I have, like I said, plus 20 years emulating on every single platform. But the one thing I forgot that I enabled is on PPS's PP, multiple buttons can be mapped to one button, right? So what? Now I'm not going to ask you guys. There are 2 buttons that we have extra that don't do shit for the PSP, and that is, well, actually, there's 4, not counting the R3 and L3.
Okay.
But the shoulder buttons, L2 and R2, they don't do shit.
No.
So I mapped my R2 to also do triangle.
Okay.
So now I can hold R2 and stalk around instead
Feels
of...
more natural than triangle. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because, usually you have to hold triangle and then like sneak your thumb over to square to grab somebody. Or circle to fucking... Or is it circle to grab them? I don't remember. Whatever.
No, square. It's square.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, you kind of like just have to like do this thing with your right finger that is like, fuck this. So I'm a robot. If you're also doing that, guess what? Go ahead and map R2 also to triangle. It'll fucking help like a motherfucker. And I'd only remembered that after my first fight with Null, because I was like, God damn, that was hard, toggling triangle, and now I'm in sneaky mode. Now I'm not. And also and the thing that sucks is that it's also mapped to the fucking wall press. So sometimes you give yourself away pressing up against the wall because you make the tiniest sound in between that 1 foot that you are standing in towards the damn wall. It's just like fucking A. So that R2 won't fix that, but it's better than fucking It's just
well, yeah. I mean, we know why, limitations on hardware.
Yeah, there wasn't enough buttons.
But I will tell you this much. I also do a claw with the right hand for triangle and square. So I'm definitely...
German's up here double clawing the thing. His hands are probably like deformed. And
dude, I'm not lying. I mean, I did a lot of Freedom and Freedom Unite, and yeah, the claws are definitely coming. My fingers.
This is German.
Yeah.
What is it?
Snake Eater?
No, what is it though?
Snake. Snake and snake.
Snake and snake?
Ocean?
Sounds like an ocean, doesn't it?
Oh, the only ocean I know is fucking Kingdom Hearts.
Jeez.
Wow.
I don't know. What the fuck is this?
I didn't think it was going to take this long to start, but...
Oh.
This is German.
I know what it is.
Oh, no, I don't know what it is, but...
You don't know what it is?
Clickety clacky? I don't know.
He'll probably recognize it eventually.
No.
Let's just say Naked Snake fights one of these and it takes a knife away from him.
Olga? No. Naked Snake fights one of these and takes a knife away from him? Dude, this sounds like fucking Streets of Rage. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is Streets of Rage.
You don't know what this is?
No, not yet. Hold on. No.
Never heard of Crab Rave?
This is the Crab Rave, dog.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay.
Oh my god. But yes, you're basically a crab.
I'm not lying, dude. I'm definitely double clawing out. But anyways, so yeah. No, this game. So this game. The next section here. So Chris, you beat this guy, and interesting. You know what? I will have something to say much later on in our adventures here. But so Snake here is like, I know these moves. He's like Mozambique, and they show an image of a young child. Yeah. So anyway, so then Cunningham, which by the way, I don't know if I've stated this. I don't like Cunningham, dude. Dude, his character pisses me off because he's one of those villains that like is only tough or only acts tough because there's people around to fucking back him up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you mean like
Gene? I don't know. I think Onslaught's pretty tough as it is, actually. But
at the beginning of Snake Eater, he's very much that.
Oh, sure. But this guy just, I mean, I've always hated bosses like this. I've always hated enemies like that. And again, sometimes it's a good thing because that makes me want to kill him even more.
Right.
But like, like Gene, like just a little bit that we've seen of Gene, I'm like, okay, he's gonna be a boss. He's not hiding behind his men. He's out in the front. He's a man to be reckoned with. Mm-hmm. This guy here, he's like, you're tied up and he'll fucking sucker punch you. You're not so tough. Bitch, untie me. Let's go then, motherfucker. Yeah. I hate those guys. He's like, you're not so tough without your gear. And you're not so tough if I wasn't tied up, motherfucker. I hate that fucking mentality. So he comes in
without your goddamn leg on my crotch, motherfucker.
yeah. So this guy comes in with a bunch of dudes, and he's like, and I gives you. He's surprised you took down Noel. Oh, and he tells Noel to stand down too. By the way, he's like, because Noel wants to fucking kill you. He's like, stand down,
Yeah, but he's not. Like, his mission isn't done.
Yeah. He feels incomplete, if you will. Like we were talking about that earlier, Noise. He's talking about the his mind is set on finishing this task,
Yeah.
So Cunningham takes Snake, captive, right? So after that, we get our first mission with not Snake, right? With no, this is the first time we get to go on missions as only as
whoever
your
we
men.
want, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're and this is, I believe,
and of course
now,
we pick.
Shut up,
Johnny. Come on, he's got to lead the way.
Actually, believe it or not, I didn't use Johnny too much.
So you admit it?
Yeah,
he is Johnny.
I did it. Jonathan. No, I'll always correct myself. That's fine. I didn't use Jonathan. I used him in the beginning a bunch, and then I started getting better soldiers that have rescue and fucking delivery, and obviously different uniform soldiers. Which, by the way, is bullshit because there's maps that have more than one type of soldier, and there is like no rank. Like obviously, I call them the Fox unit soldiers. You can camouflage in front of Fox unit, but they will fucking instantly trigger GRU soldiers and officers. Yeah. And you bring an officer, you can fool officers, but you can't fool. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid, man. Like, if the map is mixed,
so, I couldn't figure it out.
I never mentioned this in the first episode, but the first time that I experienced that was the I think it's the warehouse. It's like the third map you get to.
Supply depot, maybe.
Yeah.
Supply depot, yeah. And there's an officer that's upstairs in both of those buildings. And so I remember when I was dressed as the normal soldier down there, and they spotted me like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Who saw me? Like I've not done anything suspicious. I'm not doing anything out of the normal."
What was that?
And I went and hid real quick, and I saw it was the officer, and I was like, "Oh, okay. So you have to be that person,
like that skin,
I thought, or above, to blend in." So I was like, "Oh, well, I'll capture one of the officers. I'll leave. I'll come back with him, and I should be fine." But then the normal soldiers get sus of the officers.
Yeah,
it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, I think that's if Konami, if you're listening, if you remake this game, fix that. That is, like it should be a rank, obviously, something like that. But then again,
so anyone lower rank than you shouldn't be sus of you.
Now again, I also do think in some kind of what do you want to call it? Some common sense, like why would a scientist be outside when they should be in the lab? That would trigger somebody, right? I get that, but again, like if you're scientists get triggered by guards. I'm a guard, you fucking asshole. Like, like I'm supposed to be here. It's so dumb, dude.
Yeah. And the only thing they can see is your eyes.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
And also, you were just there. You just got kidnapped. Why would they suspect that you're no longer on their side?
That is hella funny. You're right. I was just here, dude. We were in the break room together, dumbass.
Yeah,
but freaking,
am I wearing something that now says enemy? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but no, the other one too. At least if I remember correctly, this is for sure. This is the first time that we've seen female guards and female scientists.
Well, no, I've got female scientists before that.
No. I mean, in this game. Sorry, this game.
That's what I mean.
Female. What game? What game had female scientists?
Oh. No, I thought you meant in this level. Sorry.
No. This game. Because like that. Yeah. Because like we see female captains. That's what's funny. They're only captains or whatever the hat soldiers are. Because there's no GRU soldiers that we know of. I call them GRU because they're the ones with the Caval or whatever that shit's called.
The ones from like Shadow Moses, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, we're Snake Eater. Yeah, I guess
they're Snake Eater. They're
GRU.
They're GRU soldiers, in my opinion, or not? Yeah, GRU from Snake Eater. Yeah. Anyways, the other thing I noticed was there is a camera in the hospital, and again, even if you're the right soldier, it'll fucking trigger. And I'm like, God damn this game! I was so fucking annoyed. I was like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm like, fuck this game. It's pissing me off. That's one of my complaints there. Oh, but I was saying the female soldier, captain, whatever you want to call her. If I remember correctly, at least unless the guy thought I was suspicious as the female soldier, I feel like male soldiers will also get triggered by female soldiers. And I was like, or vice versa. And I thought that was just dumb. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? No, but again, so yeah, this is the first time where you get to now deploy as non-Snake character, not the only time, exclusively as non-Snake characters. Yeah. And I believe this is where it unlocks the Alpha Bravo Charlie section.
Yes, this is the first time.
Yeah.
So I think you can, like, now that I see it, I think you can grab Snake and put him in the waiting room, like even before this, and then maybe that way you can pick your Alpha, Bravo, Delta teams. Because at this point you can, right? At this point when you get Snake back, he's in the waiting room. He's not on a team.
That's true,
and you have to move him to the team you want him in.
Very good point, because I didn't try that, but previously I had tried putting Snake in the Bravo team and seen if it would auto launch Alpha team, and nope, it auto launched Bravo team.
Bravo,
and
yep.
So Snake's in your but now you can launch Bravo team without Snake. I mean, after you get Snake back.
It asks you which team you want to launch.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So you're supposed to gather intel about where Snake is, and again, as long as you got some spies, they get the info that he's in the guest house. Again, filler work here, guys. I'm sorry. There's a guest house. Where's the guest house? I don't know. Go figure it out. Interrogate some people. And then you go interrogate some people. That's the mission I was talking about, where I captured that guy and I didn't get the intel on the fucking the guest house. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, so
the director wants to shake your hand, that guy?
Yeah. No, but no, I was like, what the hell? The politician dude, I captured him, got the intel, but I captured everyone on this map and I didn't get the info on the guest house. So that one I had to board it, go right back in, interrogate everybody until that one guy was like, oh, the guest house is to the north or some bullshit. And he's like, oh, we got to snake it out of there, you know? But there's a little cutscene with Gene talking to, what's his name? Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely, again, I think I mentioned it before, it did give me some Ocelot vibes, because he's like, because Gene gives him shit about being like, oh man, like, my understanding was that a good interrogator doesn't need to like inflict torture or a pain or something like that, you know? Yeah, he's kind of like, dude, like, aren't you like kind of going, you know, above and beyond? And Cunningham's like, dude, he's like, he's Fox, man. Like, trust me, he can handle this and much more, you know?
Yeah.
And Sheen is very actually humane, and it speaks to his character about why people followed him, because he's like, he's your enemy, and even he's going like, bro, like, take it down a bit, like, you know, like, calm the fuck down. And he asks him like, why are you so invested? Because again, Cunningham is after the remaining half of the legacy. He keeps asking for that shit, you know. Can
I say I'm not very intimidated by Gene whatsoever.
Okay.
Like,
what about you, Chris?
Yeah, his voice.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'd punch him in the throat if I saw him. Like,
okay.
I'm not very intimidated by him.
No. You know what? Okay. No. Speaking of voices, I still think Gene's more fitting than I did not like Noel's voice. I think Noel's voice was kind of weird. It just didn't fit him, in my opinion. But what do you think, Chris? Is Gene intimidating to you?
I don't know. He kind of strikes me as one of those that's going to be like he doesn't seem all that intimidating or imposing yet, and then when you go to fight him, it's like, oh crap, you are good or whatever.
See, for me, you're pretty good. For me, I definitely I felt in my first playthrough back in the day he was a boss that for sure was earning my respect. Not as much as the boss, because I definitely feel they're trying to make him kind of like a boss character, you know, the boss character. You know, it does not make sense. Not a boss, but the Joy boss. Okay, that sounded like a boss character.
Do they?
They're trying to
mention that yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
I believe, and that's where I'm drawing blanks here. I still don't understand. Yeah, but at least I don't think so. But anyways, he does call you. No. He does say, I'm watching that right now. This is the speech where he says that he the successor project that he is.
Right.
I don't get it. They said the model that they chose was the boss herself.
Right. So Jean is like their first attempt at replicating the boss.
Now, by what means? Like, did he already exist? And his name again is, what a coincidence, Gene, Gene, right? So I'm like, was he like the first Gene?
We're spelling that out for us.
Gene therapy. Was he the first gene therapy kind of experiment? Was he just a regular dude?
Right.
Did he already have these psychokinesis powers already? Or no. Did he already have these? Or did these come as a result from the whatever experiments? They were never clear.
Was he going in the lab or not? Yeah.
Yeah, they were never clear on why he was chosen, what being chose meant, you know, but they were trying to make him into again the boss herself, you know, the successor. That they did mention that here, you know. Because he literally says like, you know, like that he calls Snake brother because he says like, "Oh, you inherited the title of boss."
Yeah, like in a way we're brothers.
Because I inherited something from her. What did her genes? Like when I first played this game,
I guess no. I don't know.
When I first played this game, I was like, "Is this the boss's son? Is this?" But I'm like, no. That doesn't make sense because it was, like they tell you in MGS3. I played the shit out of it back in the day, so I knew it wasn't. They tell
you straight up in the third and 3?
No, but I mean, they tell you it was born with bullets whizzing. They tell you she gave birth in the battlefield.
Now, more importantly, did Chris figure it out, or did we have to tell him?
We had to tell him.
Okay,
yeah,
we told him like 7.
You gave me a lot of hints, and I didn't figure it out.
We were literally.
I don't remember.
No, Chris, come.
Oh yeah, it's Ocelot. Yeah,
like we were literally telling him, and he's like, "Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I wonder." We're like, "You're fucking with us, right?" And we're like, "Dude, we're literally spelling it out for you."
Like the whole null thing too. I was like, "What the fuck is happening? Like, is he fucking with us?"
Yeah, like it starts with no, and with Salot.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, so anyway, so it's a good amount of missions without Snake before you find him because you actually got to do a bunch of little stuff here. There's another section here that was very interesting. Gene is talking to somebody, and again, the politics of these games all get a little confusing, especially when you have characters double crossing other characters triple crossing other characters, and characters double triple crossing themselves. Like I don't fucking know what the hell goes on sometimes.
Double triple axle over solid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, it gets a little. It gets a little confusing.
You're becoming more like your father.
But yeah, so Noel comes in and oh yeah, this part was interesting. I like this part. When he's talking to somebody on the other line, I don't think they reveal who it was yet. He's there and he's talking like, again, Metal Gear this, Russia that, I don't fucking know, right? The soldier busts in the door and he's like, "Oh, the perfect soldier he's," and he fucking gets killed. Noel walks in, he's slaughtered a bunch of soldiers, and he's saying, where is he? Like we said, he has unfinished mission. He needs to kill Snake, right? He says, I must complete my mission. And Genius tells him to stand down. He's like, calm the fuck down, you're not my real dad. I thought this part was kind of cool because Noel goes to attack him, and Gene just dodges him, sticks him with like 3 or 4 knives, and then just does a key blast on him or some shit. I thought, to me, this part it solidifies. Okay, Gene. I'm trying to think back to I don't remember this cutscene until I rewatched it here, and I'm thinking back to my young self, going like, yeah, I would have been like, Gene is pretty cool because I've always valued in bosses and stuff like that. I'm always more of a fan of fast bosses. Trick. I don't like fighting big old behemoths and stuff like that. They can get a little boring. Big old brutes kind of get boring to me.
That's what Callahan is. He's the brute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I any fight again. Gray Fox in this game. I think that maybe that's why I like the fear. No, sorry, in the series, Gray Fox. From Metal Gear 1, Gray Fox. I'm going back to those. I was going to say the fear. He jumps around and he's camouflaged. He's got the crossbow. Those kind of bosses I like because I like speed. I don't know. That's when I pick fighting games, I go for the fast ones. Because I'd rather jab you to death than just sit there and try to hit you with one big hit. Then
why do you play Charge Blade instead of Dual Blades?
No shit, huh? That is interesting. Don't. I tried Dual Blades, trust me, but I don't know.
Me too.
Maybe they're too flashy. I don't know.
Not for me.
But you do like Longsword though, so
I do like Longsword. Oh yeah, but anyway,
that one's kind of like that's not really fast. It's that's still not technical, but it's slower.
Yeah,
like it's more intentional of a weapon.
Maybe because it is just a different game in general, that concept. But again, that's just how I feel over. But when I saw this scene, I was like, yeah, Gene is kind of cool.
Because he puts Noel down, right? In this cutscene.
Oh, he fucking like I said, he stabs him in like the hand, the foot, and the leg or something like that. Yeah.
This is something I do appreciate that when it's done well, because usually most games and movies and TV shows tell you how badass the bad guy is, right? And it's like, you can tell me all that shit all day, all you want, but I'm never going to believe it. Yeah. And it's better to show than to tell. And here we see Gene fucking up the quote unquote perfect soldier. So it's kind of like, oh, this guy is going to be pretty badass. But especially, I gotta say, man, that wimpy voice still didn't convince me.
I think the voice is not bad. The voice ain't too bad for me. I will say it's not perfect, but it's better than Noel's in my opinion. But
I think it's the one thing that does work for me though about Gene's voice is that it's unnerving. He's very sure of himself.
Sure.
Which that kind of, like I said, that it unnerves me and it kind of knocks me a little bit off balance mentally because I'm like, he's a little too fucking calm. And
sure,
someone
what
who's
else
that
is he?
Calm means he's in control, you know.
Either that, or again, he knows something you don't know. So you know the whole time
you're fucking sleeve.
Exactly, that's what it does.
In that sense, he kind of reminds me of Scar from Lion King.
Yeah,
Scar
is
not one that's like, he's not powerful, he's not strong, he's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows how to play people, he knows how to get what he wants, and he will play the long con to get what he wants, you know. But he will plan everything meticulously, and he will have backup plans and backups to those backups and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And Scar has always been one of my favorite villains. As far as, like, Disney villains.
And he's like quick-witted, you know, like, will I like the surprise? Oh, Simba, it's to die for.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucked up thing to say. Like, you have no idea what's about to happen.
Even that scene where, like, he goes, or Simba confronts him or whatever. He says, "Is that a challenge? Pity, pity. I would never dream of challenging you.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?"
Did you say Simba or Mufasa?
Mufasa.
Oh, okay.
You know, he goes, "Well, why not?" So, well, you know, as far as brains go, I've got the lion's share, but when it comes to brute strength, I'm afraid I'm at the shallow end of the gene pool. You know, he's very he knows he's not going to win in a 1-on-1. You know, he needs a backup. He needs the perfect situation to win. You know,
that's what I was going to say. To me, it brings it back to Metal Gear 3 with Ocelot. Like I said, I remember originally hearing his voice, hating like, "Fuck this guy," but. Obviously, the more I played the game and the more times I played the game, I was like, "Yeah,
we're so used to Patrick Zimmerman, you know."
Yeah. Oh yeah, the old Ocelot. But yeah, no, like just again, like he's a guy again might not be in control, but he's playing that long con, like you said, Chris. You know, like especially when we came to find out that like he was at him the whole time, and like half of this shit had to have been planned out by him. You know, we're like, what the fuck? You know, like this guy sat there and let himself be beat up and let him.
And he can improvise on the spot because he showed up after Eva. So he lost Snake to Eva.
And then just made it work.
And still has to make it work somehow. So it's like, you got to kind of, like I said, if we could play the games through Ocelot's point of view, like what a fucking game that would be. Because it's not,
that'd be
it's not about sneaking around and fucking doing all this. You're more, you're playing an RTS kind of. You're just like, how do I manipulate everybody around?
Yeah, you're playing chess. Yeah, you're literally like, I'm gonna put this here. You know, exactly. No, and I guess again, speaking of voices, gonna just last touch here. Again, to me, it brings it back to Volgin. You know, Volgin was very cocky, right? Kind of like fucking what's his name here, Cunningham. But the difference between Volgin is they showed us immediately that he's like. He is a threat to be, you know, reckoned with.
Yeah,
he will fucking kill you.
He's got the strength to back it up.
Yeah, he's talking big because he fucking is big. Cunningham is always like, "Oh, you know." Again, I'm gonna repeat myself here, but I don't like Cunningham because he's only tough when he's got men with him. You know, Volgin, if he's by himself, he's still gonna fucking fight you. You know, he don't care.
Cunningham is that bully who grew up to be a cop.
Yeah, shit, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%. Yep.
But yeah, so hey, going back to the game here, so you get another little cool scene here. Now I kind of forgot about this one. You get what's her name? Elisa, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she comes in and she's like, "Oh, I'm here to bring supper." Now she says she wants some time alone with the prisoner, and this is the top part that I didn't remember. Yeah, what she says to me was confusing, and I'm sure the soldier was confused because she says like, "Oh, sometimes you just." A woman needs for a strong man.
A strong man, yeah.
Yeah. And the soldier goes like, "Oh." And I was like, wait, was she talking to him or she's talking about Snake? Right? But because the soldier kind of gets all blushed and shit, right? But
what I'm trying to get at is that he was going to give him some? Or no, that Snake was going to get, that she was going to give Snake some.
That's what it sounded like. But
like,
right before that, she literally says, I would like to talk to him. He's like, "Oh, I can't do that." And she's like, "Hey, this is the man who fought and lived, who fought against the perfect soldier and lived." She could have gone with, "I need some data from him" or some bullshit. She goes, "This is the man who fought and lived against, no, sometimes a woman needs a strong man. What the fuck? Those are two conflicting reasons to go see Snake, you know? Like to me it was confusing, right? So she's like, yeah, can you please look away? And I was telling this to one of our coworkers, Noise. This line definitely brings up a bullshit scenario that I have with a lot of movies, a lot of games, a lot of media. Mm-hmm. Like when she goes like, oh, could you please look away? And he's like, oh, sure. No. Like, why the fuck are you looking away, dude? Like your job is literally to guard fucking Snake.
You know, like job.
Yeah,
don't fuck it up.
Fucking, you know, like in bank heist movies and shit like that. When someone's like, "Oh, I really gotta go to the bathroom," they're like, "All right, Johnny, you take her to the bathroom," and then she goes to the bathroom. She's like,
I mean, the last game that we just played with fucking what's his face, who actually goes and takes a shit in the bathroom while he's talking to Blackboard.
Yeah.
Why did they let him go to the bathroom with his phone? Take his phone.
Shit, that too. Yeah. No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll be like, oh, you're like, oh, can you please look away? And he'll be like, okay. And then that's when she gets that secret call out, that secret message out, you know, and the whole plan. Like, dude, like, I was talking to our coworker. I was like, am I crazy? Or am I that kind of person? I'd be like, bitch, you either fucking take a piss now or you piss in your pants. I don't give a fuck. But
yeah,
I'm not looking away because you're shy. I'm trying not to die here. I'm trying not to get caught here. Whatever, you know, my mission may be, you know?
That whole thing you mentioned a few episodes ago, I don't remember when, but when, you know, like, oh, it was on Snake Eater where it was like, oh yeah, go take care of her, shoot her off screen where I don't see it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned another movie where it's just like, no, shoot her right here in front of me so I can see it.
Schindler's List. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like I guess. No, the whole, again, it's like he's already breaking the rules. And let's pretend she said like, hey, I need to gather data from this guy, whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, okay, but don't leave. Like, your job is to guard, you know? Like, you don't, again, imagine if Gene was there or fucking Volgan was there. That guy would be dead. Yeah. He's like, why aren't you your post? Oh, well, she kind of asked me, like, bam.
Step into that barrel.
Yes. He just carries one on his back.
Go under the barrel. Go under the barrel right now. You know, like it's like he's about to get a spanking, but he's
gonna fucking die. But no, so this next scene here kind of got me thinking. So this was interesting to me because they zoomed down into Snake. Now, trivia for you. I didn't know that apparently in the Japanese version, they don't go down all the way into his crotch area. They stop at the belly. And I guess because in Japan, this game is rated a lower rating, so they had to
for
keep
like
it cleaner.
Oh, okay, for like teens instead of mature.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, what do you mean the crotch area?
Well, because they zoomed down into Snake's crotch area
when she's talking to him.
Yeah. Are you playing the European version, bro?
What? I don't.
What?
Do you remember that, Chris?
No.
I'll show you right now. Okay, let me share my screen. I said, okay, it's blackened, but it's his crotch area. Yeah. If anyone's around here, be careful. Okay. Not safe. NSW.
NSFW.
Not safe for work.
That is. That one. That thing.
What? You're not sharing anything. Oh, okay. There we go.
Hold on. Damn, dude.
Okay, sorry.
What? See?
I don't remember mine going down that far.
Damn, you guys must be playing the Japanese version then.
Well,
what about you, Noise? That's his crotch area.
I don't even remember her reacting that way.
Really? So you guys definitely must have the European version or something. Yeah. On the Japanese, for sure it stops earlier. Now, but look at the scene here. Look, can you see my mouse?
So did he shit himself?
Yes. I was on the impression
I do remember that. You're right.
That he had shit himself and pissed himself. But
I guess it must have happened. We're using the same file, so I just was not paying attention.
Yeah,
I do remember that, and I do remember thinking, he had shat himself or something, and that was just like it spilled out. I didn't even think he wasn't wearing pants. I thought he was still weaing pants. I just assumed it was like.
I must have just not paid attention. Yeah,
he's definitely naked because earlier they show him. Let's see.
Oh, I didn't even notice he was naked.
Yeah, no, he was naked Snake.
It's just because everything's the same tones.
Yeah.
I don't really think like, oh, he's naked and his dick is showing. I didn't, yeah.
but anyways, that was my point, was like
back to the penis.
Was she like, no, like, was he more embarrassed that he was naked, or was he more embarrassed that he like shit himself? Because he's been in there for God knows how many days right now, right?
I think more that he shit himself because he is naked Snake.
That's I'm saying. He doesn't seem like a kind of person that'd be like, oh my God, you saw my private parts. It's more like I'm covered in shit. Like I feel bad, you know. By the way, I just mentioned it. I just mentioned this, and I've been meaning to mention this for fucking ever now. This is the first game right now, correct me if I'm wrong, where it's taking multiple days for this mission. Like, I mean, not just 1 or 2. I mean,
for the game,
weeks into this mission.
In my case, because
yeah. Well, again, at this point,
I ended in April or some shit.
God damn.
Well, dude, I was recruiting people, man. Fucking.
Hey, no one knows that yet. No one knows that yet. It's February. It's February in your game right now. Damn, that's interesting.
No, I'm pretty sure it's March by this checkpoint.
But no, because again, Metal Gear Solid 1 was freaking 1 day, 24 hours. Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2 were all 1 day. Metal Gear 2 was again kind of a weird one. You get Tanker 1 night, and then Plant 2 days, roughly a day and a half or something like that, right?
2 years. Then that game took 2 years.
Yeah, different people, different missions. No, but different fucking missions. No, different missions. Well, for Snake, it was one long mission, huh? That is true. But anyways, again,
Snake Eater was 1 week.
Well, it was one day
Virtuous
mission, and then a week off, and then literally everything else was in 1 day. Roughly.
It wasn't a week off. He was in the hospital recovering. He wasn't on vacation.
He wasn't exactly on vacation.
Take a week off. You got to come back.
Again, he was recovering, but he wasn't on mission for that week. But that's what I meant. And then after that, it was like 1 day.
Physically could be.
Yeah. Otherwise, they would have sent him right back in.
Because paramedic was even saying like you were back so soon, you shouldn't be. Yeah.
And they even mentioned like, is the fallout like bad right now? We don't know.
Oh yeah.
Like we're sending you into a fucking irradiated area.
No crap, dude. Yeah.
I remember paramedic mentioned that too.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so continuing with the session here. So freaking. She starts talking to you telepathically, and again, sorry, details. No. I said telepathic, not psychosomatic. And she's pretty much just like, again, story. Gene, bad, nuclear warheads, gotta stop him,
Story, blah, 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 blah.
Again, sorry, guys. You're playing it along with us, hopefully.
Yeah. Why are we even talking about it? You guys know. Bye.
Yeah.
Good episode.
No. But then after this is where you get back, you get the guess. Oh, one thing again. I'm loving this game, right? I as you knew, I told you I like portable ops. I really like this one. And I will say I am impressed because I forgot how many maps are on this game. That there's a lot of maps. It's not the same like 3 or 5 maps over and over. And like, dude, there's the guest house, there's the wilderness, there's the research lab, there's the hospital, there's the fucking Soviet patrol base, there's the harbor. There's a lot of fucking maps, so I'm surprised they got that much into this. Again, the PSP still blows me away every now and then when I play games from that era. I'm like, damn, it was an impressive little console, man.
This one has, I think, almost as many maps as Acid 1. Because when you think about Acid 1, like I'm not talking about levels.
Mm-hmm.
Even those levels that got broken up into different pieces. That's what I mean. Like Acid 1 had way more stuff than this one, but you didn't move around freely. You weren't allowed to look around in all directions. So there was no skybox. There wasn't anything like that for the Acid games. It was clearly just looking down. So, that at that point, I'm sure they were figuring out the limitations of the PSP. And once they started unlocking stuff, they're like, okay, we know how to make a full-on 3D Metal Gear. We could do it. Let's try now.
So I think for sure, like, I mean, imagine, like Chris, we were telling you, like, we're waiting for MGS4. We beamed the fuck out of 3 and 2 and 1 probably,
Yeah, just keep going back. Like, where's 4?
And those,
like the audience,
where's 4? And those who managed to play, or not managed, but those who were fortunate or unfortunate to play Acid 1 and or 2 were like, fuck, dude, like, they sucked or what, again, I think they're still
they loved
good
it.
games. Yeah. Most people hated it, but, and then all of a sudden this game came out, and this game is, despite the crappy controllers, because on the PSP limitations, it's a full-blown game as far as, right, Chris? I mean, would you agree this is a full-blown game, right? Yeah. So you freaking you go save Snake, and you get cut off by my favorite fucking piece of shit, Cunningham, and he's talking massive shit. The one line he pisses me off is like, he's like, oh, I never thought you'd depend on people to come rescue you. Oh, you're normally a solo sneaking guy. And I'm like, bitch, like you fucking, again, sometimes I wish I can be there and say these kinds of things. Like, bitch, you're the one that fucking came at me after I fought a boss, you dumb motherfucker, like 1v1 me, bitch, 1v1,
1v1 me, bro.
But so he talks shit, blah blah blah, and again,
and he's on his.
Yep. He's on some what do they call those? They're just a seg.
I don't know. We've been calling them segues.
Yeah, but I think whatever they're called. But he starts demanding for that second half of the fucking philosophy. He wants it, and he starts shooting.
Keeps calling
you
a fucking liar. Like he's like, know.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't know anything,
like,
and he
literally, I don't.
Yeah, so he
the woman who took the fake one off of me fucked me and left me. I don't know shit, bro.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I'm still.
So he's like, I'm
mending a broken heart.
So you start shooting your men. You start shooting your men, and you're like, no, like, you're just pretty much.
It's the first time during the scene that I have heard him sound desperate. Honestly,
yeah, he was like, you're like, stop, please.
That was like, that was so perfect voice acting from David Hayter on that, because Snake is never desperate. Like, when it comes to anyone fighting him, he's fine.
The only time we've ever heard him like that vulnerable, is
where you going?
Meryl.
Oh, okay. You know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say the torture from Volgan when he's beating the fuck out of you.
Oh yeah, well, no.
And then when you're about to get stabbed by the boss, and he's like,
no, but I mean, like screaming into.
Okay.
Like please don't let this be a thing.
Yeah.
And Chris didn't get to really experience that because he saved Meryl in MGS1. But if you let her die, he's on top of the Metal Gear Rex head, and she's not responding, and it's a very Last of Us part 1. He's holding her in his arms, and she's not responding whatsoever. But instead of just like how the way Joel is just kind of like quiet and like, fuck, I just lost my daughter. Like Snake is holding her and like screams into the sky.
Oh yeah,
Meryl, and it's like that's the only other time besides now. But I'm so glad there was voice acting in this, because I wouldn't have felt his pain the way like Chris said. Like Chris is right. This sounded really awful for him.
Well, and think about this. He's you have recruited these people. You physically kidnapped them, brainwashed them. No,
like it's your fault.
Yeah,
that they're dying.
These men are following you. These are people you literally picked out, and they were in cells, and you were visiting them. I mean, like, hey man, dude, I'm telling you, I'm here to help you, or whatever. You're just, again, not brainwashing, but you're pleading to their better nature. And these men followed you,
and now they're dying because of it.
Yeah, exactly. And again, something you can't help because this fucker keeps asking for the legacy, and you're like, I don't fucking have it, which makes me wonder if you were to be like, okay, I'll tell you, I gave it to fucking, the CIA director. I don't know, if you made some bullshit up, would Cunningham believe you, or is he that good at interrogation? Would he be like, you're fucking lying, bro, But anyways, because
I think this proves that Cunningham sucks at interrogation.
Actually. But you get this cool scene where like the truck got rendered, or not rendered, drawn in 3D. I don't know how you want to call that. But remember you told me about.
I told you. Like they made a 3D model, and then they put Ashley Wood's art on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. So that truck comes in and smashes Cunningham, and you have one guard that's like, it's like, leave me. It's like, go on without me. And Snake literally says, quit your whining. The bullets went straight through you. Now get up.
I love that, because I guess
walk it off.
I guess I'm not an expert in this, but I guess in battle, the best thing that could happen is that the bullet goes right through you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise, if it's in you, it's poison, and it is a
then.
But it could be blocking a blood supply somewhere.
Yeah, and it's still
removing
it,
and it's
removing it might tear up more artery or more veins. Yep. It's
there's so
clean
many things.
exit is better.
Yeah. But I love that.
But again,
bitch.
But again, the way he said it was definitely a leader speech. It was like it reminds me of the Sarah Connor, on your feet, soldier. When Reese is done. And he's like, she's like, no. She's like, on your feet, so, and he gets enough second wind, enough energy to go further and go help destroy. I was gonna say help destroy Metal Gear, help destroy the T-800 or whatever, what Terminator.
It also almost kind of reminded me of if you ever seen the beginning part of Major Payne with Damon Wayans.
I haven't seen it in forever.
There's a part where he's like in a battlefield, right? Whatever. And one of his guys is like, oh, my leg, like something's wrong with his leg. And he's like, you want me to help you take your mind off that leg? And he's like, oh, I guess, like, yeah. And he fucking grabs his pinky and he fucking snaps it. He just like breaks it. and he's like, oh, my pinky, or my hand or whatever. And he's like, sure takes your mind off your leg now, doesn't it? It's just like, what the fuck? Oh man. Class. If you've never seen that, Chris, you should watch that.
Okay.
Right. Or I guess it'll be one of those on our list.
Yeah.
Maybe
in the future. We got to get to that at some point.
We do, yeah.
Bonus content.
Yeah, no shit. But yeah, so you escape and we get to see some more lines from Campbell here talking about how, like, first of all, he says a line that makes me laugh because he says, "Whoa, you actually got one of Gene's soldiers to join us?" I'm like, aren't all of these Gene soldiers?
Weren't they all? Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. Maybe they're not directly in his command or something like that. Maybe that's what he's trying to argue. I don't know, but
are they Cunningham's people?
Yeah, right. Yeah, makes no sense. But then he's like, hey man, and he's like, she's kind of young, but in another 5 years, she'll be a real knockout of a woman,
Oh, what a like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
into Campbell being a womanizer.
But you know what's funny? Do they mention her age in this game? Because I always thought she was like at least like 18, but she could be maybe 16.
I figured she was an older teen.
Yeah, so like still
how
teen.
She talked and everything. Yeah.
Okay, but But yeah, so you get a line here that kind of made me laugh actually, because then later on, because Snake says, "Hey man," he goes, "about what the Campbell was saying," and she's like, "What? About 5 more years, or something? Waiting 5 more years?" Like, no, not that. Again, the classic, like, so I need you.
What is she, 13?
Yeah,
yeah. No, but like, it almost to me reminded me of the whole Eva. Where he's like, "I need you," and she's like, "Oh, you need me?" He's like, "Yeah, I can't fly," So he's like, about what he's about what he. Yeah, it's like about what Campbell said. Shit, about waiting 5 years. Like, no, about the fucking Metal Gear project. He's like, shit, god damn it, fucking Snakes. He's.
So I'm looking at the wiki. Her age is never stated in game, other than being repeatedly implied by various characters to be young enough to be compared to a child soldier, which kind of makes sense with the themes of the Metal Gear games. Although Roy Campbell, shortly after Snake's rescue and jokingly asking how the latter managed to swoon her implied that she was as young as 13 years old.
Damn. Okay.
With Eliza later repeating it while neither confirming nor denying the veracity of the claim before Big Boss asked her motives for defecting from Gene.
Okay.
So, yeah.
13. So 5 years would put her at 18. So, okay, maybe that's why you said it.
Yeah. Her voice actor actually voiced somebody else in another.
Oh, it's Tara Strong.
Metal Gear game. Yeah, Tara Strong. How'd you do that?
Yeah. Because I recognize her voice. Tara Strong she's big in the voice community. She does a lot of characters in movies and shows. Huh?
Who else did she do?
Dude, she does
Girls, Kim Possible, Drawn
Teen
Together,
Titans,
Teen Titans.
She's everywhere.
Final Fantasy 10. She's
a
Riku.
Cartoon. Yeah, she name a cartoon, dude, and she's fucking probably in there. No joke.
No, noise. Riku is from.
We don't.
No,
I don't
not that Riku.
I'm talking about the real Riku.
I just like to bug noise with that.
But we get a little cool thing here where she tells us that there was an accident, like some nuclear explosion, fallout, whatever. And so she and her parents were killed, and that her and her sister were affected and developed PSK or whatever the fuck she calls it. ESPN or something.
Yeah.
And but she said, but because Snake is still asking, like, why did you save me, right? And she says, you'll make a great father one day, and he's like, oh, I can't have any kids, right? And she says that and you know that, right, Chris? He can't have kids, right?
Well, he was irradiated,
yeah. He's sterile.
You mentioned that in 3.
Yeah.
3. Yep. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure.
Because sometimes you don't pay attention, Chris. So
this is Big Boss.
The Cyborg Ninja is Greg Fox. God damn.
But yeah. So anyways, this is pretty much kind of getting closer to the end game, right? So I think here's where we get our next.
How'd you guys do with Cunningham?
Well, we haven't got there yet, but yeah, this is the next. Cunningham is.
Oh, we had? I thought we already got to fighting him.
No, not yet. He just shot a bunch of soldiers, and then we hit him with our truck and left. So then,
shit, I was mixing both of those up. Okay,
no. Gotcha. So next is the next boss fight. So this is where you fight Metal Gear Raja, I think they call it
Raksha.
RAXA.
Yeah, I think they pronounce it Raksha.
Okay. In
So
Spanish,
when
it
you
would be
get
Raja.
I think it's Raha, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Chris on this one, whatever. But anyways,
I'm pretty sure they actually say it in some of the cutscenes, though, don't they?
Yeah, I think they do say like
it's
Raja. No, I think the way Chris said it.
Raksha.
But
Rakutan.
But yeah, but someone is piloting this thing, and who is it?
Fucking Colonel.
No,
Mawinski.
no.
Prior to that, it's Colonel Mawinski, the fucking guy that was put in the cage.
No.
Was it him?
Yeah, he was the one in there. And he's like, "There's power." Yeah, he was in there, and he shoots at all the men there. And what's kind of cool is, again, I love this scene because like Gene just stands there while every one of his men gets fucking mowed around him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Damn, I don't remember that guy being in there.
Yeah, he was in there. You know what I'm talking about, right? What's his name? Moskowitz.
Yeah, the guy
General
who's like,
the crazy guy.
Yeah, he's like, give me a plane. I'll fly my ass out of here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, so yeah, here's where. So yeah, this name's right here. Sokowitz. Skolronsky. Anyways, so here's where we get this next scene where he's like, "Awaken Ursula."
Right.
And then
that's what I thought. Okay, I thought that's because
what you were referring to piloting.
Yeah, which I was going to mention the first time when she's like, "Oh, that's my twin sister."
Mm-hmm.
I had Acid One vibes.
Okay.
Right? When it's just like, oh yeah, this person's this person, but it's really both of them are the same person, split into two souls or some bullshit like that. So and I kind of got that feeling, but it also puts into question how, because Snake sees her in the hind A, and then immediately after that, she's in the room with him.
No. We misremember that.
What do you mean?
She sees him. He sees him in the hind. That's at the hospital. No medicine. So he goes, okay, let's go to the research lab. Then you go to the research lab. You see the scene where the pillars or the scaffolding fall down.
Yeah.
She's there. And then after that, and now that one is different. So that's when
because I remember them being shown within minutes of each other. So the scaffolding one, she's there next to him. And then that shit happens, and then all of a sudden she's there in the fucking room.
Well, because you see that when you go north. You go north to trigger that. There's a little red thing that you got a square.
Right.
And then after that, Campbell's like, oh, wow, that was crazy or some bullshit. And he goes, well, keep looking for that medicine or some bullshit. And that's when you go back into the building
I feel like it was
go
within the same cutscene, but okay.
No, it definitely wasn't. So that, again, it is a little weird that she kind of was there, but it was done technically correctly. They weren't.
Okay.
But did you have suspicions, Chris? Were you surprised?
We haven't even really said what it was. German says, awaken Ursula, and we find out Ursula and Eliza are the same goddamn person.
Mm-hmm. Just split personalities.
Yes.
Right? Chris, did you suspect this? Yeah. Did you?
I did not.
See, Chris just found out right now. He wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's where... Oh, she was probably Metal Gear. That's what happened. Okay. I was wondering where she went.
What was funny, because when they said it was Ursula, for some reason, I was picturing it as Eliza.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, we have to kill her now. Like, that sucks. And at some point, we'll have to fight Ursula. And it was like right after, it's like, oh, she's dead, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, wait, that was Ursula? What? I'm confused.
Yeah. So what's weird
is we've cleared that up for Chris. They are the same person.
Thank you.
What's weird is so what's his name? Moskowitz?
Hold on.
Sokolowinski. Monica Lewinsky.
No. We can't mix that up. That's future stuff. But his name is fucking damn it.
Skoronsky. There you go.
Skoronsky.
What's weird about this one is like Ursula just kind of like, I don't know, just tilts Metal Gear or something. He just pours out. I guess whatever. He's gone. But this is weird.
Out of him.
Yeah, because he falls down. He's like, oh no, and then like
the T-1000 in Terminator 2 when it poops out of the top of the elevator. It's just like a big piece of chrome shit.
So when I got to this fight, I know shit. What did you guys think of this Metal Gear fight?
I struggled very much at first.
This is when I told you to get a weapon. It wasn't the first Null fight. It was this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember you saying get the Moznagon, but it wouldn't be the first time I misremembered someone telling me to do something. So.
Right, because Chris and I were streaming this at the same time. I was beating Metal Gear at the same time he was starting it, I think.
Yeah, I think you were...
I did hop on. You said we're playing, and I hopped on real quick. You had already beaten it, and he was barely doing it.
We said hello to you, and you didn't say anything back, and then you left.
Yeah.
We didn't know if you could hear us, because we're like, oh, he probably doesn't know he has us muted.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went in there with C4. Chris did the same thing.
TNT.
And then TNT. And then I quickly learned I can't really beat him unless I'm like the best at timing TNT explosions, which even when I did it wouldn't work.
No.
Yeah.
So that last missile, you need the RPG 7.
Athletic. Oh, okay.
What were you?
Oh,
what do you mean the athletic?
Athletic.
Oh, because I had one guy thankfully on my team that had athletic, which makes he runs faster, and he technically had a higher skill in traps. So I was able to set down TNT and get the fuck out of there hella quick.
Well, that wasn't the problem. The problem was the TNT would be there under the wing with the last missile. And even if I set it off, no matter how many times I did it perfectly, right as the same way I did other times, that last missile will not fucking die for some reason.
No, and you're right. I got to that point too. So there is an RPG in that fight, which I was happy they put it in there because I didn't have to fucking exit. And there's one in there.
No, not for me. Not on my PlayStation.
No, there was. No, there definitely was one in there for me.
So
they had ammo in there.
I think
no. On the opposite side of the ammo, like underneath like some little bridge or scaffolding, there's an RPG 7. At least on my end there was.
Because we left and we went to I forget what map it is. I think the one that we fight Null. And
there's RPG then.
And at the top, like the highest building with the bridge next or on it, there's an RPG 7 there. Because I told Chris, I was like, you're gonna have a bad time if you don't fucking grab this thing.
Yep.
But yeah, like with the RPG 7, I made mincemeat out of this thing once I finally went in there.
Yeah.
Because
I told quick.
Yeah, I told Chris too. I was like, if you manage to get one of the wings next to one of those crates and you blow up the crate, it'll take out so many fucking missiles like at once. Sometimes it'll just take. I think it takes like how many missiles is it in each wing? Like 5 per wing?
I think so.
It took out 2 for me on easy.
Oh wow.
Maybe 3. You know.
But I think it took out 3 because I had already taken out 1 on the left wing, and then I exploded one of those things on accident, and it took out all of them except 1. So I'm guessing it takes out 3. And I was like, holy shit, like that fucking took out that one. But yeah, with the RPG 7, it's no contest. It's like
the RPG 7 is so much better. Now, okay, I'm gonna ask you guys this question. So first of all, kind of a cool throwback to
and I had to use TNT on the feet. The RPG 7 did not work on the feet for me.
Okay, I use TNT as well. So here's what's interesting. Did you guys call, or did you guys just start using TNT? How did you guys figure out it was the feet?
I called.
Okay, you
I
called.
Did call. I remember them talking about the only like location where it had vulnerability was the back or the like bottom of it or something. So I remember just running around the back planting TNT and like it exploded and did damage. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing that.
So for me, I couldn't remember necessarily this fight at all. I was like, I don't remember the shit. So I kind of playing this game like first time, and so I called Campbell, and he's like, I have no idea how to fight this thing, and he goes, why don't you call the person who designed it? So I called Ghost. And here's where Ghost reveals what's going on.
Autocon? No.
Right, Noise? I'm correct, right? Because I'm trying to blank. Because this guy didn't call. He's just fucking fighting him. So I'm like, I know I found out who Ghost is. Do you know who Ghost is, Chris?
Snake, there's a bomb in your items. Throw it away.
Yeah. Chris, do you know who Ghost is?
Oh, wait.
I heard you when you discovered who it was because you were still streaming.
Yeah.
And you were like, what?
That's so is it Sokolov?
Yeah. Yes. So is it during battle or is it after the battle? Well,
for me, it was after the battle.
After the battle.
Yes, it was after the battle.
Okay. So for sure you call Ghost and he's like, oh, aim for the feet. So again, I was trying to say a throwback to, original Metal Gear.
So since I beat him first and I figured out who Ghost was first, I said out loud, fucking German. He fucking knew. He fucking knew.
But I was like, did he die? You're like, yes,
exactly.
Like,
That's all I kept thinking back is that fucking thing. Because I was like, well, he clearly fucking died. He's been beaten to a pulp. You know,
and I remember when I got to that point too, and I said out loud, "You're like, yep, that's freaking German." And I was like, "You knew?
Yeah, you knew.
You knew?
Yeah, fucking Sokolov is still alive, son of a bitch."
I'm actually surprised that you didn't know this noise by because you said you had read some wikis on the game.
I knew the gist,
but you didn't miss
story.
that part. Okay.
Yeah, I knew, Gene's influence on Big Boss. I knew about Null. But that was like the basics of all that I knew.
Okay.
I didn't know
that's
like
fine.
returning characters or anything like that.
But yeah, so again, I think it's a cool throwback to the MSX, because you have to beat Metal Gear by blowing up his feet, so it's nice to know that weakness is still around.
That's exactly what it made me think of. I was like, the feet again? Are you kidding me? Nobody's learned anything? Oh, wait, no, that's the future. My bad.
Yeah, I know, right? but then after that, freaking, you have the wings. So that was kind of a new little feature there. By the way, this one reminds me like of a scarab, like a bug,
Yeah, I guess
because the way it opened. Yeah, maybe that's what they're going for. I'm not sure, but yeah, everyone's kind of like, all the soldiers here like watching, and they're like, "Whoa, he beat Metal Gear! Like, that's Big Boss!" Like you're making a name for yourself again. Yeah, without trying.
They were impressed that a normal human was able to beat Metal Gear, whereas tanks and stuff couldn't beat it. Yeah.
Now, and here's the part where we I don't remember this at all. So then you get a little scene right after all that, and freaking Gene is saying, he's like, I can see why you caught Ocelot's eye, and I don't remember them mentioning Ocelot at all. And he's all like, Major Ocelot from Groove. What does he have to do with this? By the way they drew his face here, it looks so fucking cocky. Do you guys remember his picture? I'm gonna share it real quick. It's so fucking. He looks silly, dude. Just look at his face, dude. It's just so fucking silly looking.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's really funny.
He's like, so smug, bro.
Yeah, extremely smug there. But we should share that for the guys so they can see it. But anyways, yeah. So did I miss the section where fucking Elisa says that their visions were one and the same? Am I going crazy?
Whose visions? No.
Hasn't happened yet?
No.
It hasn't happened yet. Okay, yeah, because here's well, by a couple minutes, because here's where freaking
No.
Yeah. Oh no, maybe no, you're right.
No.
Okay, so you're right. Sokolov comes out. By the way, Sokolov's identity was there a lot because he said he remembers you he thanks you for killing Volgan because he was a monster. He remembers Granin. If you do, there's a couple side missions you can kind of do for him that will trigger like little not cutscenes, little codec calls. He says something like, he's like, "Oh, if you can get some intel on something," and he's like, "Man, you're really into rockets or some shit like that," and he's all like, kind of like Sokolov, and he's like, "Huh? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a scientist, man." Like and he's like, really? "Okay, man, whatever." Yeah, he literally says like, "You're not Sokolov." Oh no, actually, he says this. I literally almost word for word. He goes, "You're not Sokolov, are you?" And he goes, "No, Sokolov died back." And he's like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "Yeah, he died." So, yeah, so you can do some side missions with Sokolov. I'm assuming you can recruit him. I have not had a chance to do that yet.
Now that you mention that, I do remember one side mission where he was like asking questions or like giving information about rockets, and he was like, "You know an awful lot about this kind of stuff, like based on who you are. Like, who are you?" Yeah, he was kind of sus of him. Yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
But it turns out that the Metal Gear that we fought was not the real Metal Gear. It was just a prototype, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how they didn't figure that. It's clearly not bipedal.
Oh. I guess I didn't pick that one up. Good job, Chris.
Me neither.
I remember when I was first fighting it, and we beat it, and I was like, "There's a second form, right? Right? Like I'm thinking in my head because it's not bipedal."
Yeah, anything with that.
But this next thing was kind of cool. So yeah, so Gene starts fucking with everybody. So again, sorry guys, we're skipping on a lot of things. There's a whole lot of bullshit going on because Gene. The original plan was that Gene was gonna
quit apologizing. This is what they want.
I know.
They want us to go for 4 hours, dude.
No shit. No. I know. But anyway, so because again, someone might be like, "You forgot to mention this, dude." There's so much to mention in this fucking game.
Fuck it. Tell us. Put it in the goddamn comments. Spark a conversation.
Yeah, chat with us. But no. So Gene pulls this bullshit move, which was kind of brilliant and fucked up. Again, showing you, at least to me, how much of a bad guy he is. Because he starts using his power, whatever his way of speech, to talk to all the soldiers there, telling them that one of them will betray them. He's planting a seed of doubt.
Oh, I love this scene. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because he's like, it could be any one of you. Like, it could be the guy next to you, the guy you broke bread with. Yeah, that client. And so everyone's freaking out, So it reminds me of Fullmetal Alchemist because he throws a fucking knife. He starts he's like, what was that? And then everyone just starts fucking shooting at each other, Yeah, no, everyone starts fucking Snake, right? He's like, Gene, stop this. It's like, you don't have to do this, right?
Again, he's desperate again.
Very desperate, yeah. And so what happens here is my good boy Jonathan.
Oh, dude. Yeah, when I found that out first, I was like, and I was like, I need to tell Chris, but I can't. And then I heard Chris go through the same thing, and he's like, no, Jonathan, Johnny. And I was like, yeah.
So you don't get an actual do you get a death scene? No. Oh yeah, you do. Yeah.
No, it just says Jonathan has died. That's all it says.
No. You do get a scene where there's all these soldiers dead around Snake. Snake's holding Jonathan. He just screams up towards the sky. He's like, no.
Was that from the trailer?
Yes, I think so.
Because I recognized it.
Yeah. So then immediately after that, it just says Jonathan's dead or has died.
Yeah, Jonathan has died.
Just
the same screen that you get when one of your guys doesn't make it back.
Now, again, what is interesting about this, I mentioned it earlier when it was. So you guys didn't know this was coming. Noise didn't know Jonathan died, or did you know Jonathan died?
No, I mean, I thought he was an invincible characster because it's, you could take him out there and he wouldn't die. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the only one.
And he's because he's part of the goddamn story.
Because earlier in the podcast, maybe episode 2, I had mentioned that Campbell points out that he says, like, I know it sounds inhumane, but there's some guys that won't die or some bullshit like that. He goes, other ones will, once they're gone for good or some shit,
Yeah.
So I mentioned that because Campbell mentions it, and I also had noticed my first playthrough and this playthrough that Johnny doesn't die, because I was like, does he die? Am I supposed to save? And I said, no, he can't die because that's part of the storyline, right? He can't die. And sure enough, I had no rations, and he died or he passed out of starvation, I guess. And he was back in my team, Johnny. I was doing a mission.
On one of yours. No, stamina.
I have no rations.
No.
Yeah.
They don't die from rations.
Starvation? Oh, they just pass out again?
They just pass out. They stay in your thing, and then when you go back to base, they have like 1 stamina.
Okay.
And you have to fucking let the days go by.
Sure. No, and then for sure there was one time where when I remembered, I was like, yeah, Johnny doesn't die, so I was just using him a lot. I mean, like, fuck it, because he can't die, because again, I had no rations, no life, no nothing, so I was just using Johnny for
because
everything.
I liked them, and it's like it's perfect. It's almost like the designers knew
you're gonna like him.
Yeah, you're gonna bond with Johnny because it's because he's we know he's Johnny. German refuses to acknowledge it, but he's Johnny.
Well,
and fucking
German. If I can recognize this Johnny, then you need to recognize it too.
But yeah, we knew we got attached to him, and they killed him, and it was like, you fucking, are you kidding me? Like, it's like
he's
spoilers,
the first one you recruited. Yeah.
Don't put anything into Aerith in Final Fantasy VII.
So don't keep any good gear on her.
Yeah. You should know by now. It's been 27 years. Wow, isn't that crazy? 27 years.
Yeah,
that is interesting. But so Jonathan dies, and then immediately after this is you can do side missions if you want, but isn't it this immediately takes you to the Cunningham fight, right? No, I'm sorry, I skipped a little bit. Oh my god, I forgot about all this. Damn, this was a long checkpoint. See,
we don't get to the
one show.
We don't get to Cunningham in this checkpoint.
So no, we do.
Nope.
Because we've only done 2 bosses. Yes, we do.
Nope.
We said 3 bosses.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so it's not Cunningham. Holy shit.
Yep.
Fuck this. This was long. Okay.
I was gonna say I must have gotten the wrong checkpoint. I hadn't fought him yet.
I forgot about that. Yeah. So you have to go find the power plant. So again, some BS, spy missions, reconnaissance. You gotta not only find where the power plant is, you gotta find where the control module is. Then you have to also wait for your fucking your R&D team to develop a time bomb.
Which they do it right away.
Yeah.
It is me too. Yeah.
And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to equip it because it kept telling me like equip it, and I was like, I'm fucking trying. Like I didn't see it in the thing. I'm like, I see all the weapons there, blah blah blah, this and that, and fucking this entire time I haven't been giving my guys anything. You know, I'm like, okay, well, if you got this, you got it, whatever. And but only like weapons. Apparently, I didn't know there was a whole nother fucking tab for items.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, I
didn't.
No,
Wow.
I hadn't given my guys any rations or any medical supplies or anything like that. Like I said, I went into. Oh wait, yeah. So then I'm lying about the first fight with Null. I didn't have any medical stuff with me either. I was just
either that or you had them left over from a previous mission,
probably, or something like that. But yeah, but still, I beat it barely with like a microscopic amount of ration or stamina.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know there was a whole nother fucking tab because I was like, how do I equip this time bomb? And I was just pressing buttons and it moved over and I was like, no way. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? There's like a whole nother tab and I'm like, here's my rations and my medical stuff.
Binoculars, mine detector, cardboard box.
Yeah, exactly.
Ammo.
I don't have a cardboard box, by the way.
Oh, you still don't have
I got one.
I don't know why I had to, yeah, they haven't developed it or haven't found it or some shit. But yeah.
I found my box.
Chris has his, yeah. Multiple? You have multiple ones?
I have 2 boxes. Yeah, I have like 3 shields, 2 boxes.
But anyways, yeah, this is where I learned.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother tab for for you to equip shit. So that's how I found the time bomb or the detonator, whatever the fuck it was.
But
no, it's called the time bomb.
Yeah, time bomb. I think that's what. But yeah, so that's what you got to do. So then here's the board we're waiting. This is guys. I don't know if you guys have noticed. This is what me and Noise have been alluding to this entire goddamn episode. So you go to set this bomb. And here comes Noel, and Noel's pissed. She's killing people left and right. By the way, he's fucking chopping off heads straight up, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? He's like, why are you still alive? You know. And he's like, everyone dies. Everyone dies.
From the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you still living?
He's like, why are you still alive?
Chris is remembering that trailer. It's weird.
Yeah, no shit. He's like, everyone dies except for you. He goes, why are you still alive? You know. And Snake tells him he says, I know you. He goes, I know these
from
moves.
Mozambique?
Mozambique, yep. 4 years ago. Wait, hold on. Mm-hmm.
Mozambique should be a huge fucking clue.
Yeah.
If Chris was paying attention.
4 years ago. So does that mean it was after Snake Eater? How long ago was Snake Eater?
6 years ago.
6 years ago. So 4. So he did Snake Eater and then still did like a couple missions for him to be remember him from Mozambique?
2 years, yeah. 2 years after that, he met Null in Mozambique. And also at some point
retired?
Well, at some point between this, also he did some missions with fucking. Oh my god, I'm gonna get his name right.
Python.
Yes,
Python.
Thank you.
Python was prior. Python was prior. He says that after the boss left, you and I did shit, and then he thought.
Oh right, because
Python
they were both working with the boss.
Yeah. So Python was prior, but so the game is kind of being weird because it says Cunningham and Gene both say after you were decorated, as the hero of the world and Big Boss, you retired. But this is clearly saying he went on fucking missions after that.
Official missions. He retired from working for the U.S. government.
Okay, and he was just doing he retired from the CIA or Fox.
Yeah, or wherever but he was doing shit on his own because otherwise, they wouldn't have. I don't know. That's my understanding.
Okay, and by the way, I had started a new file for experimentations, and I didn't realize that. Yeah, when you start the game, you have Noel's the one who captured you. You have a memory of soldiers busting in, and Noel,
right.
and then
that's that first,
and then you're like, oh, yep, you get that memory there. So I was like, oh shit, I'd never paid attention to that one, but okay,
that's right.
But
but
Big Boss,
I was going to mention that when we first started the game. I was like, did this guy capture us? And I totally blamed because I was more concentrated on accidentally shooting Campbell twice in the face with a dart.
But yeah, so you get Snake starts talking about how it was this child soldier that was very skilled with the knife and he would kill a lot of fucking people because he was able to get off.
He
was able to get off what do you call it? The innocence look, and then he would fucking fillet them,
Yeah, okay.
And he says that the locals called him. Because he spoke a little German, the enemies called him the German hunter. The Frank hunter. I'm sorry.
Well, no, that he was very frank with the way he.
Okay.
He fought, so they called it, and that he was a hunter, so they called him Frank Hunter.
Frank Yeager,
aka Frank Yeager.
Okay, Chris? Who's Frank Yeager?
Gray Fox.
All right. Yay, he did it.
I was waiting for some music or something like Jeopardy style or something. So I was like waiting for that. Yeah.
So yeah, the first time we played this one, I played this one.
Well, what's funny is even the first time we fought Null, and he says, "I know you," and like the way he was fighting reminded me of Ninja, and so I was like, "Could it be?" Because I remember he was one of the first that was rescued by Snake, and so I was like, "Could it be him?" Because it was very much reminiscent of Ninja fighting.
The way he holds the machete is the same way he holds the HF blade in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah,
when he's talking to you, he holds it with the handle facing upwards and the blade facing down across his arm. Well, diagonally, but yeah, like the way he holds it is the same way, which means, German, Chris was spot on in his prediction. He said that we were going to see Gray Fox in this game.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah. When he said that, I was like, okay. And I was like, now here's the serious question.
Played us like a damn fiddle.
Oh,
he knows,
I'm
dude.
telling you, man.
He's pretending this whole time. He knows.
So, so are you on what camp are you on, Chris? Because so just to finish this section here, this checkpoint boss fight, I rinse and repeat, just ran around this crate and just waited 7 shots times 3 and then shoot him.
This is where I learned how to fight him.
How did you do it, Noise? Because
instead of trying to fucking hide from him.
Well, yeah, because there's no way you can do a sniper fight in this section. Yeah.
Well, also there's no point because that I did learn that while he reloads, he's vulnerable. So I just did the Chris strat, which I didn't know was a way to do it. But yeah, he has 3 rounds of 7 shots. He reloads. You shoot him with the dart. Go hide again. Same thing over and over and over until
that's pretty much what I did. Yeah.
It's
okay. Cool. That's what we all did. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
moving on.
Both fights.
Yeah. Moving on from there. So Chris, Noise, what camp are you in? Is this your Gray Fox or is this not your Gray Fox? Not my Gray Fox or is this?
Why wouldn't this be my Gray Fox?
Yeah.
Because these battles suck.
A lot of people had issues with him. A lot of people had issues with Null being Gray Fox because I don't ask me necessarily. I'm kind of on a weird fence now.
Okay, I guess we have to ask the listeners who have played through this. Are any of you out there ones that don't like this version of Gray Fox, or that this is not exactly his origin story, but like his first chronological appearance in the series? Are you guys just not okay with this?
So I think the reason why people had issues with it because, like, again, everything gets retconned, unfortunately, but nowhere did it ever say that he was a quote unquote perfect soldier, that he's the only one to receive Fox as a rank, but not these fucking lightning, superhuman like reflex speeds, right?
But we don't know that's the thing, is that we don't know all the details of Gray Fox. Like, where is it written
that he didn't have these moves?
That he didn't have these moves. Exactly. Like,
true. Again,
it's like the same thing with Campbell, that he knew Big Boss beforehand. Nowhere is it mentioned, but there's nowhere that it's not written that could have been the case, especially if they both at some point worked for Foxhound.
True.
Yeah.
No, I think that's just the thing, is just people just trust me, I remember back in the day, people were like, this isn't fucking, Null sucks. I don't know, people just weren't convinced that I don't
like the fight. That that's what they're holding on to, because that would be the only thing to bring me into that camp, is that this is not my Gray Fox, because this is I get it because it was on a PSP and it's limited buttons and all this bullshit, and the bosses have to be kind of easy, which that's my biggest beef with at least this part of the checkpoint. These bosses were absolutely easy. I mean, after the first one, once I figured out Null the second time, I could go back to the first Null fight and be like, this is dog shit. These are bad fights, and they're broken. And Cunningham, sorry, not Cunningham, Metal Gear, same thing. Grab an RPG, you destroy that thing. Like, there was no challenge to these bosses once you figured them out. Python, like I said, circle strafe that motherfucker. You can dart him and cheese him. This is where you and I differ on which is a better game, Peace Walker or this one, because Peace Walker, they did it with the same amount of buttons, and the encounters and the boss fights and stuff are way, way fucking better, in my opinion. Like, this is the only thing that would make Gray Fox not my Gray Fox, is that the Gray Fox I would know would give me a real challenge, not this bullshit. Yeah,
but they give you a challenge. It was cheap. Challenge.
No, it's not a challenge when it's broken and he knows exactly where I am all the time. And it's also not a challenge that once you figure him out, you could cheese him.
Sure.
A real Gray Fox
again,
would toy with me the way he did in Metal Gear Solid 1. You know what I mean?
So that's
or
where
fight me in the minefield.
Well, that's where we'll get to it. Again, console limitations are obviously a big issue because we fought him as Snake in Zanzibar Land, and obviously that was nothing like what we thought it was.
2D, yeah. I was like, this is a minefield? This looks like a room.
Yeah, it was just completely like, it was like, all right, sure, whatever, man. But no, like, arguments aside, like, I'm just kind of like, all right, so he's blocking knives with the machete. He's already proficient with the machete. He's already got ninja-like smooth, ninja-like moves.
He can
he's already jumped
super high. He's like,
he's already doing cyborg ninja moves. Pre-cyborg ninja is what a lot of people also had issues with because they were like, I thought it was the experiments and the suit that gave him those abilities. This one here makes it look like he didn't even need the suit.
Yeah. So we don't know that. And if people have a problem with that, I don't think that justifies him not being your Gray Fox because we have met plenty of bosses and bad guys at this point that have supernatural abilities.
Yeah, that's very true.
Someone who could just jump up out of nowhere, for example, would be the Fear.
Yeah.
He could just perfectly jump up onto a tree, no problem. This is
he runs on water actually when he's pre-vamp.
Yeah. So this is pre all the technologically advanced shit. These guys are supernatural. So I don't get how this would not be their Gray Fox. Like the fact that he's cyborg ninja is just a plus,
Yeah. I think people also say he's a little whiny with I
haven't finished my mission.
Yeah, well, he's like, why won't you die? And I don't know. Again, I don't like his voice actor personally. Or not the actor. I just don't think the voice fit him.
And well, here's a little piece of trivia. His voice actor is the same voice actor from the digital graphics novel.
And didn't we not like that one? I don't remember. I don't want to contradict myself, but I think we didn't like that one, didn't we?
I knew it was a different voice actor. I didn't necessarily dislike it.
Yeah,
I just liked it.
I know I didn't like Twin Snakes. Actor. Yeah, I like the original. Twin Snakes definitely was like ill, from what I remember.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Like the original one is just so gruff, and it's clearly not a white guy because it's fucking the guy who voices the DARPA chief and Peter
Greg
Stillman.
Eagles or
Greg Eagles. But it was a lot more gruff and it sounded aged because that's the way Gray Fox should sound in MGS1.
True. That's very true.
A long time has passed, and plus he's also been through a bunch of shit.
Oh, sure.
He should definitely sound worn out, you know.
But yeah, so you beat him. Now here's my question. Now I'm pretty sure I know the answer. You guys beat him non-lethally.
Yep.
But you guys didn't get him in your roster, did you?
Nope.
Okay, same here. So I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, all right, whatever, game. But so that's the checkpoint right there.
Is there maybe there's got to be a way to get him. But yeah, continue.
No. That's it. That's the checkpoint. No, I got nothing else to say necessarily. There's a lot of little things that we kind of glossed over. Oh, I got one for you here. I actually got a special side mission here, and I recruited another person from a previous game. Have you guys recruited anyone special? Any other special characters?
No.
No. Oh, I got one. So I got a special character that I recruited from MGS3. A little major by the name of what's this fuck? I fucked it up. Brykovinsky. No. Ryoskovi. Raiden. Major
Rykov.
Rykov. There you go.
Rykov Rykonovich.
I got Raiden. I got him. Not Raiden, but Rykov.
Yeah.
You guys didn't get him? You guys didn't get that?
No. I didn't do any extra shit on this, dude. I
did
all honest,
I did all I could.
I wanted to get through this, to be honest.
Was he?
Dude, you said you were having fucking fun in there, and you're saying so you were just recruiting soldiers for no reason?
So
I was enjoying the game.
Okay. You didn't want to do the side stuff.
Well, these, like I told you, these boss, the null boss,
just really, soured it.
It was disappointing, to say the least. You can't get null.
So I had one. I had one side mission that the spies gave me and said, "Oh, and this one stood out to me because they mentioned he was handsome."
Yep, that's the one.
Was that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, because I went to do a different side mission,
and it was.
And I came back and I went and looked at it. It said failed, and I was like, "What do you mean failed?"
Oh, so it was. So now that's where you had to pay attention. Yeah, because it says on there, most of the reports would say this can be attained at any time. This can be attained at any time. So the ones that don't say that are subject to be timed.
Okay.
So yeah,
there was only 2 missions that I failed, side missions. There was that one, and then the hospital one with the claymore.
Yep.
Because someone had walked out apparently and stepped on a claymore when I was getting rid of some, and I was like, "You got to be freaking kidding me!" And I get the little codec call, and it's like, "Oh, mission failed," and I was like, "Oh, you freaking wow!"
That's funny.
So but those are the only 2 I failed.
Okay, but yeah, so that's the checkpoint. Yeah, like I said, you brought up some valid points on the whole null thing. I think a lot of people were just maybe, well, again, didn't have this codec call to talk about it. Discussion. They were just bitching without making valid points, like you're saying right now. Like, yeah, we don't have that information. Things retcon. Maybe that's the reason why he gets the codename Fox, because he fucking is that goddamn good. The weird thing is the whole chamber, or that I guess that's probably some kind of pre-technology that will come back later, maybe, that was used later on.
The chamber,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like the fact that they have to erase his mind every night or after every mission, or whatever the hell was going on with that chamber. The fact that he was a little whiny, maybe that's what people didn't like. I'm not really sure what the main issues were, because I don't remember. I just remember people being like, not my Gray Fox, that was just what I remember reading back in the day in like some forum somewhere.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know how you guys felt about it. That's all.
Yeah, no, I didn't really mind him. The fight's the only thing that I was like, this could have been better and more challenging. I feel like it should have been more of a puzzle instead of you're playing hide and seek with this guy, with a cheater, basically.
Or these multiple phases, where in the first phase you can do that, and then the second phase he like jumps around or something. You have to, I don't know,
hurry up and catch me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant hurry up and catch me. I fucked it up. That.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
I wanted to add in too, with that time bomb portion. The first time I went in there, because the way that Colonel had phrased it, it sounded like you had automatically the timer with you, because he said you have the detonator. And so I was like, okay, I still have my TNT. I have the detonator now. I can detonate it from a distance away or whatever. So I go start the mission, and unlike previous games, it doesn't tell you, oh, you don't have the right equipment. You have to leave. So I go through the whole thing, and I get there, and I plant the TNT,
and nothing happens. I did it the first time.
Nothing happens. And I was like, what's going on? And then I detonated it, and it gave me no, you can't do that. You have to time it or whatever. So I had to start over, and I was like,
oh, it didn't tell me that. It just blew up and nothing happened. And I was like, okay, I guess I did the wrong thing. And that's when I started looking for the
that's
item.
what happened. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. And so I was like, wait, what the heck happened? Why isn't it working? And so I had to go back out, and then I saw in the second form they have timer bomb, and I was like, oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. So, but went through the whole thing, planted the TNT. It was good to go.
Those are the type of things that definitely made me yearn for future games, because they kind of put you in this role-playing mindset, and then they're just kind of like, no, you're done. Like I thought I was gonna have to plant this time bomb, run away back to the truck, and then explode it. But no, as soon as you put the time bomb on it, mission over, get back to the truck, and then it's it.
Even
just like,
even in Acid, when you go across that first bridge and you need the MGS-1, if you don't have it equipped, PSG-1, yeah, thank you. I don't know why I keep calling it an MGS-1. Metal Gear Solid, though, right? Okay. So when you go, if you don't have that equipped, they'll tell you like, oh, you can't do this mission, and it forces you to leave.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I think so.
So like it's not outside of the technical aspects to be able to do that, or at the very least have a little codec call in the beginning. You're like, weren't you supposed to bring this? We're not equipped properly to do that. But if you want to, get some more recruits or whatever, go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back later or something like that.
Well, it tells you. It tells you, like, when you select, every time you select the mission that actually has a story to it, or is whatever, a key quest, let's say, he tells you, don't forget to bring the time bomb with you. And that's why I'm like, am I just not equipping this right? Like, I know he's going to tell me the same thing again, even if I equip it right. But I was like, where do I equip this thing? Like, I just didn't know.
I must have just blah 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 right past that then because
because even
don't
before you
remember
get
him
into the
saying that.
mission,
Okay.
there's always a thing where Campbell pops up and tells you what's going on in this mission.
Yeah.
Like the spies say there's a fucking scorpion in this area. Like he'll say that beforehand, but either way, it's still like I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
Until I'm in the mission and I fuck it up.
There's a couple missions too where he's like, oh, I hope you read the thing. Okay, good luck. He doesn't like there's no clues, there's no context. It's not like you have to go blow this up. It's I hope you read that, good luck. And then once you're in the mission, you can't go back and read it. So it's like crap. You start second guessing yourself. Did I miss something? Like was there something just off? Like a specific thing or phrasing that I missed or something? Like crap.
No.
Yeah.
Overall, it's a good game. I recommend it to people. I don't want to sound like you should totally skip this. I don't think anyone should skip it. I'm glad I'm playing through it. I just have, like I said, it makes me want a different version of this game, which I feel is 100% superior.
Yeah. I'd also like to add in that I've reached the maximum number of soldiers I can capture several times. So
100 soldiers.
Yeah.
50 of those by hand.
Yeah.
Just dragging him to the truck.
Yep. I remember when that first popped up, I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Limited.
Yeah, you have to start getting rid of soldiers now.
Yeah. Because I think I had at that time I had 106 out of 100. And so I had to get rid of 6 guys.
Well,
and I was like,
what sucks is when you have to get rid of soldiers, it tells you, hey, you can't get any more. And so you get 2 options. You get the ones that are applicants and the ones that are in your current regime or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't select them and take off gear from them. That's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you literally have only one option: select which ones you're booting. So
I think you can.
Okay, I didn't really fuck with it too much then because there was one time where I was like, well, I don't want to get rid of this guy because he had happened to have rations on him that I didn't want to fucking lose.
Yeah, because it lets you select them to know who has what skills.
And then you push triangle.
Press triangle. You press.
Oh, maybe I didn't try that.
The item, yeah.
Okay, maybe I didn't try that, but I was because I thought I tried it, but I was just kind of bummed out. I was like, what the fuck? So if he had shit on him that I want, then might be screwed there. But yeah, I definitely was also pretty close to it. I think I reached it here as well, where my maximum soldiers by 1. I literally had 101, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna recruit more people right now. So
yeah,
but anyways,
I don't know what I have. I think I have around 50. I don't have that many. Like I said, I scraped with the bare minimum because I remember even German said you could beat this game with 1 soldier, and I was like, could you? But you can't because you need to put people in the spy unit. Well, I guess you could move that 1 soldier to the spy unit to the map that he needs to get the stuff.
I said you could beat it with only 1 soldier.
Oh. Yeah, you said in the very first episode.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
but
I think
again,
it's actually the tutorial
Jonathan?
or not the tutorial, the trailer. Because we were talking about you capture soldiers, and you said it makes it easier if you do, but you don't have to. You can just do it with 1 or 2 or something. I think you said, yeah.
1 or 2 is not the same as 1 soldier.
Oh my god!
But you have to get Johnny.
You can do 1 or 1 plus 1.
but if you think about
Johnny is forced. Johnny is forced.
If you think about it, you could probably just do it with just Johnny because, like I said, if you move him to the right map on the spy unit, he'll get the thing that you need to move the story forward.
I would think so.
You can. I bet you can.
That is an interesting concept.
That'll have to be a challenge for someone.
Yeah, because you don't really need medical. You don't need technical. You don't need to develop anything.
No,
like I said, I CQC everybody. So technically, you could probably beat it with just Johnny, and then when he dies, you have nobody.
Yeah, just
you. Oh man,
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that would be a cool challenge.
I might pick it up. We'll see.
The 1 soldier challenge for Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops.
1 wolf challenge.
Well,
anyways, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Metal Gear or Codec Calls, the Metal Gear Saga podcast, where we didn't do the intro whatsoever.
Oh yeah, very good.
That's right. Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Well, I guess we should
how's
talk
that for cold open?
That is a 2-hour-long cold open. Oh man. But yeah, I guess we know our next checkpoint. Everybody, beat the game. There's only 2 bosses left, which we will not say who or what they are, even though we let it slip kind of a couple times.
Yeah. I mean,
oops. I mean, you would. I mean, who else would they be?
Yeah.
At this point, you kind of know who you haven't faced and who's left. So yeah, but yeah, two more bosses to beat the game.
Although I am disappointed that after the Metal Gear fight, there was no fist fighting.
Well, that was only decoy Metal Gear, remember? So.
Oh, true.
That's right. There could still be another Metal Gear, like the real one that they said. Oh yeah, well there is a real one.
Yeah.
That we haven't fought yet. Maybe we'll fist fight a Metal Gear.
Maybe we'll just fist a Metal Gear.
Yeah, or that, yeah. Yeah, cool. Do we have any final thoughts on this checkpoint?
No, just beat the game, man.
Did we also say that Ursula died / Eliza? I don't remember.
Well, yeah, she was in the Metal Gear when it blew up. So
yeah,
and again,
doesn't she get out of it?
No, it doesn't show her getting out. And then Sokolowinski just, I guess, died during the battle of it.
Sokolowinski.
Monica Lewinsky.
I will fucking remember his name.
Skorovsky? I don't even remember.
Skoronsky, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Monica Lewinsky better. Yeah, beat the game. We'll see you guys here in a week.
Yeah, beat the game. And I just want to mention one a little, what's it called? Trivia that I found out while I was playing. Quentin Flynn is in this game. He voices somebody.
Oh.
You know who Quentin Flynn is, Chris?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
He's Raiden.
Oh.
Yeah, but he doesn't voice Raiden.
Does he voice? He voices Campbell?
No. No, Campbell is.
Is it Gene?
No, Campbell's voiced by some guy named David Agranov. First time in this series, I guess.
I don't know
either.
He just voices random Fox soldiers.
Oh, okay.
You were making it sound like
nope. But that's what's so interesting to me is that he doesn't voice somebody worthwhile. He just voices just random soldiers. Like they just called Quentin Flynn, like, "Hey, do you want to be in Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops?" Yeah, who am I voicing? Random soldiers, buddy. All right, I guess.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, as I said in the half-ass intro I just did, this was Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast. I was one of your hosts, Noise.
Hey guys, I'm Contra Riser. I don't know.
That is not your code name.
What is it?
Oh wait, my code name's Red Noise.
Yeah.
Do you want to know?
You were supposed to reveal his code name.
I know, that's why I was waiting for this moment. Okay, so I have a couple versions, but my first version is a little long-winded. It's kind of like Marionette Owl.
Marionette Owl, okay.
It's kind of, because it's like Marionette Owl. It's like a mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my first version of it. Chrononaut Riser.
Okay.
You know what a
time?
It's time traveler.
Exactly. Chrononaut is a time traveler. Or just like Chrono Riser.
Oh.
Those are kind of my thoughts. Chrono Riser for short.
Yeah.
I like that too.
That's
so I'm interested to hear, what did you think it was?
So I thought actually, yeah. So what's funny is I was so like fucking Luis. It would totally be something Luis would do, where every episode you would either give me a different name or keep the same one. No. Like which I was cool with. Remember I said, well, I can be a different one every episode. But since I don't listen to the episodes, I thought what you were gonna fucking do is insert you. No. Insert fucking Lali Lule Lo. Like I'm one of your hosts, Riser, Red Noise. This with me is with me is, and you would say my name here on live, but then the episodes would just say Lali Lule Lo, and so people would be like, "What's his code name? What the fuck is his code name?"
Oh, maybe I'll do that now. Shit, they'll never know what it really is.
Yeah.
That's German's fault, you guys. Live. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like this one German likes.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Yeah. It's very relevant to you because you don't know what fucking timeline you're from. Yeah, either that or my third version would be the time traveler's wife.
Yeah, I like that one too. But no, Chrono Riser is cool. I like that. That's very cool. Good job.
Yeah, Chrononaut Riser for long, Chrono Riser for short.
I like it.
German, did you have one for him? I thought. Wait, did I say German
for me?
Chris, sorry, Chris.
I think I did like Crimson Mongoose or something.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just because he also likes red, but like it's not red, but it's crimson, so it's close enough. And then Mongoose because like I always picture him in games like he's always looking for some exploit. He's always looking for brokenness, like ways to get past things and exploit the game. So it's like it's very Mongoose like. It's very ferret like. So I didn't want to call him ferret. So it's like Mongoose is a little better than ferret. I thought so. Crimson Mongoose was what I thought.
I thought you picked mongoose because it's like the most common code name anyone gets in these Metal Gear games.
No.
Or
it's like
or
the
freaking,
average name.
or like elementary fucking teams, like the mongoose, you know?
Yeah.
Or the devils, you know? Like, let's beat the devils. Okay.
The Northern Nevada
specifically-
mongooses.
You know what?
Yes.
It should have been
Mongoose?
fucking
Wouldn't it be mongoose?
poisonous gerbil or some shit.
Oh man, that would have been
Damn.
great.
I would have pissed, dude.
The poisonous Zanzibar gerbil. Hamster. Damn it, it's a hamster.
Did I say gerbil or hamster?
You said gerbil.
Yeah.
God damn, why can't I get that one right?
I don't
dude?
know. I keep thinking it's gerbil too, but it's hamster. And then also,
Blue Rhino Boss.
yes, aka Chris, damn it, Chris.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Beat the game, y'all.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.